drop, I win!
You're fired!
up, Woodward? We are starting off your day with a brand new crew. Meet Broder.
I can't control my arms sometimes. My limbs are just kind of flying.
Detroit Kool-Aid.
Fired up!
Y'all got Kool-Aid.
I'm fired up! But with the Wake Up Woodward crew, he's actually a part of the family.
Flannel Sam.
Ask me about my wiener. Okay.
Along with JB and KG. Wake Up Woodward gets you all of your Detroit sports talk. Every morning, 8 to 10 a.m. Live on Woodward Sports. A show for Detroit, by Detroit, with people from Detroit. Tell Siri to set an alarm. Because it's time to Wake Up Woodward.
What up, dog? People, it is Wake Up Woodward, and we appreciate you, chat family, for choosing to kick off this day with the WUW Crew. And it is a victory show because those Tigers, they're trying to climb back to 500. They're looking like a formidable team here, man, and they're still scoring runs, KG. It's your boy, Brandon Day, a.k.a. Detroit Kool-Aid, your credential Pistons reporter and writer for the network. We got KG on the desk, filling in for Flannel Sam, who is the vet of the squad, vet of the network, Red Wings correspondent. That boy is, right now, he is getting so prepared for opening day. Right. I don't understand. Like,
he doing training classes. Yeah. Like he took the day off to do a training class.
He's in the time chamber right now, man.
Right.
So, hey, you know what? I can't wait until we get Flannel Sam back. Get your rest, brother. I know opening day is going to be epic, but we do got Detroit's #1 draft pick, KG, on the desk. And we got a full menu today. What up, though, brother?
Hey, man, feeling good. And listen, that Tigers 0-3 start don't look so bad now, do it?
It doesn't.
They right on track. They right where they need to be. But I'm looking forward to opening day too, man. It's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be fun. You know what? We're gonna give away a few of these opening day Grand Slam Festival tent party passes today. So if you want to be there, if you want to party with us, Detroit Opera House opening day, from the morning until you know what, the first pitch. Make sure you're putting something in the chat that just shows, I want to go to the tent party. I want to go to Grand Slam Fest. I want to party with the WUW Crew and Woodward Sports for opening day. And JB, make sure you keep your eyes on the list of people.
Oh, yeah, I got
as they roll in, let's pick 5 people, and each person gets a +1 as well. It's going to be an epic day, man. It's going to be an epic day. So, you know, I'm going to tell the people we got on the menu today.
Okay.
We got to jump into Portal Madness.
Yeah, man.
Sheesh.
Wasted no time.
Yep, and you already know we got the Tigers. We're going to talk about them and their 4-1 victory over the Mariners. And you know what? Spencer Torkelson.
He continues, man. 5-game history.
He continues.
He is, man. He might really be back.
Yeah, and can they finish off the sweep? You want to see them do this, man. It's like expectations early in the season. You fought tough against the Dodgers. Let's go out there and show that you guys are definitely here for business. Get back to 500 and kick off opening day at home. You know what? With a bang, man.
It's gonna be electric, bro.
Electric. And then we got the legend Rod Beard joining us,
sir.
Detroit News Sports Editor-in-Chief for 2 segments. So we definitely gonna talk some Tigers. Definitely gonna talk some Lions. Definitely gotta talk a little bit of them Red Wings, and we're gonna get into the Woodward Pistons segment for the hottest team in Detroit.
I was about to say, don't tease me, man. You gonna put the Pistons last, saving the best for last, huh?
Come on, boy. Hey, you guys know what? I am wearing the Street Fighter shirt. You know, I got a Ryu Holland and Ken Stewart on here.
So you chose violence today.
I chose violence, man. It's our team, man. Shout out to Ryu Holland and Beef Stew, man. Free Isaiah.
Yes, man.
Shout out Michelle Beadle, who put that out there.
You know I got to get your thoughts on that, bro. Because how does DiVincenzo not get 2 games?
We're going to talk about it, man.
Come, what? Anyway.
We're going to talk about it.
Anyway.
Joe Dumars is the one up there at the top, you know.
He's still a little hurt,
dishing out this punishment.
Yeah,
so
man.
Come on. But, hey, listen. Portal Madness. Michigan State fans, they're kind of in a little bit of a tizzy, and I'm glad we got our Sparty brother, JBSmooovv, on the panel as well. But Trey Donaldson, did you see that one on the way?
Well, you know,
enters the portal.
After we, acquired the new guard, it was kind of expected, man. That's a demotion when you think about it. And Flannel Sam kind of talked about it yesterday. If we were to keep a Trey Donaldson, it could have worked. They could have found different ways to use him off ball, but ultimately he doesn't. He wants to start, and I'm not mad at him for that. So good luck to him in his future affairs. But Michigan gonna keep it rolling, man.
They're definitely gonna keep it rolling. When we talk about Dusty May, the portal merchant, and that's not, in my opinion, that is not a bad word. There were so many times when I sat back and I saw Michigan not do things the way that some of these other winning teams and programs were doing it.
Yeah.
And I thought that they were sticking to their old Michigan ways a little bit too much. Now that we see them getting some people in here like Jim Harbaugh, a Michigan man, but still wanted to do it the more modern way, a little bit different approach than what Michigan was generally used to. And then you look at Dusty May, who he's already had success building programs without the Block M brand, from some aspects of obscurity to, you know what, you know that they're going to make noise every tournament. I like that he's bringing this here, and he also is going to have the benefit of the NIL. It's a World Manual. Help out your boy Dusty May. You see him already cooking. Think about how that could push him over the top. I don't like them losing a player like Trey Donaldson, who came up clutch with them.
Absolutely,
during some of the biggest spots in the season. Like, they redeemed their season. Between that Michigan State bookend games, that season could have been lost. And the only way they were going to get it back was going to be in the tournament. And Trey Donaldson came up big for them, especially during crunch time. We know the big layup to help put them in position to win that championship, the Big Ten tournament championship. And then you go into March Madness, and he had a couple nice runs as well. I was hoping that he would be somebody that would be able to work better as a combo guard alongside, the incoming class of guards that they have. I thought that he would have been a good compliment.
But they do have other guards on the way. We brought up LJ K-Sign yesterday. He is somebody that maybe Michigan views as the future at the 2 guard. And then at that point, you're looking at him going to the bench, and I don't necessarily know if he agreed with that. So it is what it is, because I do expect Cadeau to start once he gets in the system and everything.
From North Carolina.
Yeah, man. So, I mean, we'll see, man. I think it's a good move ultimately, and you can't take away anything that Trey Donaldson did this year. He's a big reason why Michigan got as far as they did. He absolutely went out there and balled out in the tournament, and he will be remembered for that. But good luck to him, and let's see what it's looking like on the other end.
We're definitely gonna see what it's looking like. What about you, JBSmooovv, man? I see your Spartans. What's going on, man, in Spartan world?
Dude, I really couldn't tell you. I feel like after that last game that they played, like, I don't know, people's hearts were just kind of snatched out of them, especially Trey Holloman as well. I do think he probably got lured into the portal a little bit more, seeing all this NIL money that's just going around back and forth, which, I can't hate the kid for as well either. Go out there and get your bag. If another school is offering you some money, some cash like that, go right ahead. I mean, I can't tell you to not do it, but that one's probably the bigger surprise. Xavier Booker and Norman, they really didn't see a whole lot of playing time as it is on the floor this whole season, so I kind of figured like they would end up leaving out of here. But this is really like the first time like NIL is kind of like poached from the transfer portal was kind of poached from Izzo. Last season you saw 2 players leave, but that was basically subtraction by addition. You're adding 2 players, you got to like move some roster spots. So this is just kind of weird seeing Tom Izzo like this in his vulnerable position. Now there's rumors that he could be early retirement for him is a question. So I don't really know what's going on anymore. I hope he doesn't retire, and hope this is just like, hey, a simple thing that we can just fix, and maybe look into the transfer portal a little as well too. But I don't really know at this point.
He's gonna have to.
It's gonna be a season. I know that. So
yeah, the portal works 2 ways. It does, but yeah, I mean, he's gonna have to. That's the best way to reload in today's like college basketball. So
yeah, definitely
college sports. Period.
And how do you feel about the health of the program going forward? Because I was hearing those rumors, seeing it on social media as well. I'm like, Tom Izzo, to me, it felt like it kind of came from out of nowhere. And it feels like every year these rumors just kind of crop up, but he just bounces right back and takes a team from kind of out of the rankings to one of the top teams in the tournament every single season. So where's your confidence level with the health of the program moving forward, especially considering these rumors?
I mean, It sucks for Izzo. I know, just like losing these players, especially losing the seniors as well too. But as you said, you hear these rumors every single season, like, oh no, Tom Izzo's retiring. Oh no, he's going to the NBA. He's going to find a team over there. I think his heart is at Michigan State. I don't think he's leaving at all. But once again, it's going to be hard, as he said, as KJ, you said, hopping into that transfer portal, trying to find someone else to replace all these guys. And like I said, it's a tough road ahead this season. Dusty May has already started off hot. hopping in the transfer portal, picking off people. So now, Izzo, you kind of got to, stay facing, like, hop in that portal as well, too, and see what you can find, because it's going to be rough treading ahead if you don't get anyone, and now you're kind of trying to develop these guys that you have that's on your bench that's willing to sit there and, has sat down for a whole season. But I don't think Tom Izzo's leaving.
Yeah. So, it's going to be interesting because I do believe that these two teams, University of Michigan Wolverines, Michigan State Spartans, those basketball teams, I believe are on a collision course next season. Mm-hmm. Dusty May has gotten comfortable in just one season and already shown the type of coach he can be. And you know what? They shot themselves in the foot. I know Auburn, they were just a buzzsaw through Michigan and Michigan State. But I saw the vision with Michigan. I saw what they could do. And you know how Tom Izzo's always going to have this team kicking. And when you look at how both of these teams, how Michigan State handled that regular season, especially the gauntlet towards the end of the season of their schedule, and you look at how Michigan rebounded through that Big Ten tournament, I think that these are going to be two of your top teams again going into next season.
Yeah, and the biggest question is Izzo, but I can't see him hanging him up, especially with an exit like this. I think he wants to go out on more of a high note. So JB, I wouldn't worry. I think he's going to come back. I'm open to being wrong to that, but I think it's a good chance Izzo comes back. And listen, if he attacks the portal and goes out there and tries to acquire a team, they can be right back in the spot that they were. So it is what it is. Like I said, these two teams are going to be around for a while. So yeah,
definitely. You know what? Let's get into it. We got a lot more on the menu today. Like we said, the legend Detroit News Rod Beard is on for a couple segments today. We got to talk about those Tigers.
We do.
Today they can get back to 500. And so far, they've been handling the Seattle Mariners. It's nice to not have to play the champs, huh?
Yeah, I know, right?
It's nice to not have to play them. But you know what? R.I.P. Val Kilmer.
Yes.
I'm a Batman fan.
Of course.
Love Batman. That was one of the first kind of live-action Batmans on a big screen I saw. I was probably one of the first movies my dad took me to.
Oh, wow.
It was so that Batman will always be one of those kind of memories from you, those up on the pantheon of Batman. So, definitely R.I.P. to Val Kilmer.
Absolutely.
And I know that you're a Batman fan too, KG.
That's the Batman movie we came up off of, man.
That's the one.
And don't get me wrong, I love Michael Keaton Batman as well. But this was, like you said, this was really the first of the live action Batmans, or the modern day Batman film, should I say. So, man, he did a hell of a job. And I think he was Van Helsing too, man. He had a lot of just great movie roles, man. By all accounts, seemed to be a great guy. Condolences to him and his family, man. It's sad.
Yeah, definitely,
Yeah,
man.
he was only in his 60s.
One of the greats, though, man.
Yeah,
one of the
absolutely.
Greats overall for his craft and just the way that he was able to entertain people in a plethora of different ways, man. So definitely R.I.P. What about you, JBSmooovv, Cavassier Chase? Before we get into the next segment.
Oh, go ahead, Chase.
I've been in the chat talking with our guy Mike G about Tombstone. His character Doc Holliday in that movie. I think he kind of steals the show. I think his story in Tombstone is way better than the Earp Tale. Doc Holliday is one of my top 5 fictional influences as far as like characters. I'm just like, damn, I wish I could be that guy. He's pretty badass. So.
Man, my mom loved Tombstone, man. We saw that movie a lot coming up. I forgot he even played that role. Another great movie role by him.
Dude, he's so suave, like just so smart, so just calm, cool. You talk about Cavassier, man. That's Doc Holliday, man.
Man, Val Kilmer, shout out KG, as you said, that was the Batman growing up. Batman Forever. I think that was like literally like my first Batman movie where I went to the theaters, seen it and everything. That Val Kilmer's had an amazing career, a lot of great roles as well too. Tombstone is another one, as you guys mentioned. He was a supporting cast in Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. That's a good one with Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
He's had an amazing career. It's sad to see him, pass away like this. At 65 too. It's just kind of shocking this morning seeing all this happen.
It is. I'm glad that took the time to just at least pay some attention to it and try to honor someone who helped inspire us, especially as we wake up every day and try to inspire people with the craft that we do. To see somebody on such a big stage like him put in the work for so long at such a high level. And all of us have, even, though we know Batman Forever, we all have different perspectives of him as an artist and as at least our perspective of him as a person. So,
no, absolutely. DNC, I see you. Only in the 60s. Yes, I believe the 60s to still be relatively young. You know, like you want to see people go a little bit longer than 60. You know, you ain't trying to wrap it up at 60, bro. I don't think none of us are. So.
Not at all, man. But, let's hear from our friends from Feldman. Shout out to Feldman Chevrolet of Novi. Just before you tell the people about Feldman, I want you all, okay, if you guys want an opportunity to win two tickets to the Detroit Pistons game versus the New York Knicks on April 10th, this is what I need you all to do. I need you to make sure to record yourself. Any question that you have for us, sports related across the different teams, record yourself and send it to one of us on the platform. Anywhere, social media, email me at kool-aid@woodwardsports.com, and one of you guys will definitely go away with 2 tickets to that game. What up, though, JBSmooovv?
Before KG reads his read, got to shout out everyone sending in super chats as well, too. $4.99 from Dante151. He said, no Red Wings talk. No. They don't deserve our time, but the Tigers and Pistons deserve all the time, no matter what, and a little Lions talk as well, too. Shout out to you, Dante. Devin the Dog, shout out, my man.
Shout out.
$4.99. He said, wake up, Woodward, looking like Black Dynamite. I love to see it. My brother's on the desk. #, Black don't crack unless
Dynamite.
You want it.
Right.
You gotta say it right.
Yeah, technically it's the brother cast,
Shout out to Kavasi Chase over there, too.
Yeah,
Holding it down in the
honorary. We'll give him an honorary pass.
Honorary oos.
Hey.
Right.
I'm like an ethnic chameleon, bro. I can slide in any circle, bro.
Once I saw you with the braids, I'm like, all right.
Like I said, an ethnic chameleon, man.
Let's rock, man. Hey, tell the people about Feldman.
Hey, man, Feldman Chevrolet of Novi, longtime partners here with Woodward Sports, and they working on the 6-peat, y'all. They have been the Chevy Dealer of the Year for 6 consecutive years. So why wouldn't you trust getting your car from Feldman Chevrolet of Novi? You can get a 2025 Chevy Silverado 1500 Crew for just $199 a month. You can also get a 2025 Chevy Equinox for only $249 a month. Come and see George Halls and his team at Feldman Chevrolet of Novi.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Compare myself, KG, to the little Indians who got.
Listen, I'm not sure who, but somebody let the Tigers get hot.
The Detroit Tigers are locked and loaded for another great summer in Detroit. And it all starts downtown at the biggest home opener party in the city. Join Woodward Sports at Grand Slam Festival as we take over the Detroit Opera House parking lot. A big-ass tent for a big-ass Detroit party. Get your tickets now at GrandSlamFestival.com or follow Woodward Sports on X and IG for your chance to get in for free. Party across from Comerica Park and hear the roar as the Tigers take the field for the first time in 2025. DJs, food trucks, bartenders, live broadcasts, and more. See you for the Tigers' first home game of the season, April 4th at the Grand Slam Festival with Detroit's biggest party animals, Woodward Sports.
Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer, is kicking off the game with the best prices on all cars, trucks, and SUVs, like this 2024 Silverado for just $296 a month, or this 2025 Equinox for as low as $371 a month. Our locations in Novi, Highland, New Hudson, Livonia, and Lansing means we have the perfect Chevy right in your backyard. Get the home team advantage every day at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
Game is won in the trenches, and our big fellas don't mess around. The Woodward Heavyweights on Woodward Sports.
Yes, Caesar Sportsbook, the official sportsbook of us here at Woodward Sports. Do yourself a favor, scan that QR code on screen, use code word Woodward 1000. You can deposit up to $1,000, but All you have to do is place a minimum of a $20 bet, and if it doesn't hit, guess what? They'll throw it right back into your account with no questions asked. It's Caesar Sportsbook, the official sportsbook of us here at Woodward Sports. Scan the QR code, use code word Woodward1000, and make some money tonight.
Make some money. You know what? If
I'm
you
trying
would have bet
to.
on those Detroit Tigers to just win last night, hey, maybe you win a little bit of money.
Hey, and maybe you want to take Torque for a hit in every goddamn game because he's on a
right,
5-game hit streak.
What in the world is going on with Torque right now?
Hey, he's back. That's all I can say is he's back, bro. I thought it was a
right
joke.
now?
He's back.
Like,
Guess
can you
who's
bottle
back?
up whatever Spencer Torque
Back again.
taking right now? And can we all just partake in whatever it is?
Yeah.
This is crazy right now because we were talking about, is the pitching going to be what carries this team? And Casey Mize, he did go out there and he had a heck of a game.
A game. Probably his best one in the Tigers uniform. I'm not going to lie to you.
Man, what a game he had last night. Obviously, the Mariners only got one run in this game, and that came in the 7th. But Casey Mize was absolutely, gets the win last night, was absolutely lights out in the game. But, man, I just don't know what you could say more about Spencer Torkelson, but it's not just him. When you just look through the box score and when you look at the game, it was the names that you want to hear that was getting it done for the Tigers. Riley Green, Kerry Carpenter, Spencer Torkelson, who from the start of the season has been somebody you can rely on. And the expectation is that you want to see this continue. Are pitchers going to catch up to whatever he's doing? Are they going to figure out, okay, these are some of his weak spots or whatnot? Right now, he's seeing seemingly the entire plate well, and it looks like it's going to be a trend that continues.
No, this Tigers offense has kind of impressed me to start the season, even in the face of all the injuries that they have, and you got to keep bringing that up because these aren't just regular. These were crucial pieces to this team that you're missing out on right now. I mean, Verlin at third base would be very good right now. Parker Meadows in center field, we all know what he can do. Some of these injuries, and Gleyber Torres also got off to a hot start for the Tigers too. So you're missing some key bats in there, but for them to go out there, and like you said, it was the names that you kind of expected. Riley Green, shout out to him, man. He's getting back up there. He had a double and a home run in this game. Big reason why they won this game. And I got to give Riley Green some love since Flannel ain't here. So that's for you, Flannel. Hey, she shut me up. He shut me up. But great.
Those STFUs.
Yeah.
STFUs.
No, I'm just, he got my last name, so I'm a little, I be a little hard on him sometimes. But I just want good things from Riley Green. And I won't say him to be justified. That's all. But no, he had a great game. Like you said, Torque just continues to look confident at the plate. Although he was 1 for 4, he came up with a pretty nice double in that game. You just want to see him keep it going. Kerry Carpenter, Colt Keith got a knock in this game too. He's looked like, he's looking a little more comfortable at the plate. And I know it's still early and, time will tell with this team because they got to go through the ebbs and flows. It's not just going to be, a smooth ride until you get your guys back. But you like to see this kind of fight out of this Tigers team. They go out there, they continue to apply pressure, and, pitching wise, I feel like we're getting better and better, especially if you can get this kind of Casey Mize all year long. Yeah. He looked good, man. I mean, the fastball working, slider working, the splitter looking is about as good as this ever looked, man. And that's really, a pitch that's been a specialty of his for a while. So, man, you just want him to be able to keep it going. Hopefully some of that hometown love get him back, and keep him on that track. But I like how this Tigers team is looking. I'm not going to lie to you. Even starting 0-3 against the Dodgers, if you watch those games, they could have at least won 2 out of those 3 easily.
Yeah. For me personally, it's like you run that back 9 times out of 10, and you get the run support that Scooble did in that first game, and I would just consider that a win every single time. But Scooble didn't have his best stuff, and the Tigers found themselves on a little bit of a hole. And what we said we want to see out of this Tigers team, like we said with the Lions, like we said with the Pistons, what's the test of this thing? Who are you after you get punched in the mouth? Whether you're taking a loss or a few losses here, what is your resiliency? What is your character? The Tigers team, we noticed that they were fighting against the Dodgers. They weren't giving up. They were putting up some runs. They were battling this gauntlet of a lineup, but they just came up on the short end of the stick against the champs at the beginning of the season. Yeah. And now you see this team go against the Seattle Mariners, a team who you're like, go out there and beat them. I believe that this team is going to be one that goes out there and can really get that 91 wins. Yeah. But you have to go out there and win games like this against teams that, when you talk about, especially in the AL, that I just believe you're better than. Go out there and win those, handle your business games, and whenever you do get punched in the mouth by a team that might be a little bit better than you, respond.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
No, and we make a lot about some of the offseason additions that the Tigers didn't make. And rightfully so, because I do feel like this team is in a position where you can spend a little bit of money and kind of, protect your young talent. Especially while you're waiting on the big crop to come up. We all know Max Clark, Kevin McGonigal, Bryce Rayner, the guys like that. But if you can get a Spencer Torkelson and a Casey Mize back to, looking like MLB players, that's almost like 2 free agent additions right there. Because you were sorely missing Torque last year. We all know what the story with him. He gets sent down. He struggles. He did look better in the second half of the season, but in the playoffs, he didn't really, account for much. Casey Mize, we already know the injuries have plagued his career. Being a 1-1 guy, kind of was billed as like a pitching phenom or somebody that would be next up in terms of great pitchers. For those 2 guys to be giving you the type of ball that they giving you right now, you love to see it, bro. And that alone helps this team tremendously, just based on what we had last year.
Yeah, and just to put the stats out there, we're to our brother Flannel Sam. Casey Mize, 5 2/3 innings pitched. Only 1 hit given up, man.
Yeah.
3 walks, 6 strikeouts, no runs. Again, you can't stress that enough. When your starting pitcher is going to go out there and give a lineup right now that's going out there and put up about 5 runs a game, he's giving up no runs. That's a recipe for success, because that think about it. We haven't had necessarily the greatest pitching, but now you see them up against the Seattle Mariners team, and you realize this Tigers team is going to have some success, especially if this offense, the surprising start to the offense, for this Tigers team this year. If this keeps up, man, I kind of agree with IT Ips here. He just says you just need to hover around 500 until Meadows and Vierling get back.
Absolutely. And Logan Gilbert is no slouch. Like, that's a really good pitcher that they went against last night. And he did have 10 strikeouts. Don't get me wrong. He still was good. But you were able to weather that storm, and you were able to, hold on to the lead. You had an early lead. You were able to hold on to it. And like you said, averaging around 5 runs a game, that's pretty okay, man. They can get better in a lot of ways, but you just like what you're seeing early on through 5 games.
QT says, I was close to giving up on Torque. I didn't expect much from him this year. And that's the reason why we're looking at this team that's missing some of his more important players who contributed to the run, like a Parker Meadows. And you also got Vierling. Missing those 2 players right now, that's why the Tigers look as good as they do, is because they're getting this surprise contribution from players like Spencer Torkelson. I know Margot didn't get the hit, but he's still been really good to start the season. Really positive start the season. And that's why we see the offense looking the way it does. And then, like you said, of course, they faced a pitcher who was getting busy. But in a game like that is where you want to see, okay, are our dogs at least getting hits? Are they at least able to drive in some runs? And that's what we saw last night.
No, absolutely, bro. And just you want to see them continue this pace. I'm really looking forward to how they're going to look at home once they, come play in front of that opening day crowd, bro. That's going to give them a lot of energy. And like I said, just keep this thing going, man. Just keep it going.
No, man, I get fired up thinking about it, man. Just thinking about opening day. I got to go to Cavassier Chase as well. We got the Tigers at 2-3. Right now, got an opportunity to sweep. And you know what, man? We're going to take a quick one. We'll take a quick break because I want to go to our elite booth, get their thoughts on these Tigers. They got an opportunity to get back to 500 and see how you guys are feeling about opening day, man. It's just around the corner. So, hey, I got to tell the people, though, about the Grand Slam Fest.
Yeah.
I told you all, if you want to go, make sure you are putting those intentions, make them very well known in the live chat. JB's going to keep his eyes peeled. JB just randomly pick 5 people as you see them make their intentions, and we will make sure we get their names on that guest list with a +1. So,
hey, real quick, Comerica Park sold out, by the way. They just standing room only tickets left. So, man, I might want to get in there.
Send me that link, man. We might be.
You might want to get in there, man.
Do it. Detroit, get ready. Tigers opening day is here on April 4th, man. Just a couple days away. And you want to join Woodward Sports for the biggest and the best party in the D. The Grand Slam Festival. It's an outdoor tent party at the Detroit Opera House. We're right in the middle of the action. We're going to be getting all of the content in the world. White Claw Flannel is on the way. We got the heavyweights. They're going to be on the loose across the entire city. Man, we got even a watch party later that day. but we want to be able to party with you guys. And the broadcast is brought to you by Jars Cannabis, Mad Packs, and White Claw, where drinks will be flowing, smoke clouds will rise, and the party won't stop. And the WSN, the Woodward Sports broadcast, they will go all day long. So don't miss out. Get your tickets today at GrandSlamDetroit.com. Again, that is GrandSlamDetroit.com. Woodward Sports Opening Day brought to you by Jars Cannabis, Mad Packs, and White Claw.
And the weather is getting hotter. Summertime in the D with Detroit's big hitters, Woodward Sports.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in the clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
A network for the city, by the city. Woodward Sports is Detroit Sports.
Hey man, Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential. No matter where you are, there is a Planet Fitness close by to you. There's more than 50 in Metro Detroit, and we all know they all over the world, man. Top flight security of the world, Craig. But at Planet Fitness, you will experience a squeaky clean gym that has tons of equipment, friendly, knowledgeable staff, and a totally judgment-free atmosphere. You get that black card. We all know best deal in the gym game right now. It's Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
What up, dog people? Welcome back. It is Wake Up Woodward. We appreciate you all for choosing to kick off today with the WUW Crew. And once again, I got to remind you guys at the beginning of each segment, I'm going to tell you all, you want to email me, kool-aid@woodwardsports.com, or tag any of us. I know at JB up next. What's your at, Chase? Just your name, at Chase Hamley. At Detroit Kool-Aid, at Woodward Sports. You can DM us, you can tag us with any sports related question. Bonus points for Pistons and Tigers, obviously for the relevancy, but any question that you want to ask us, definitely send that on, and we're going to read these things in a couple segments, one Thursday and the Tigers related ones Friday on the show for opening day.
Bet.
Make sure you guys say something and mention our people Feldman. Hey, hashtag Feldman Chevrolet of Novi. Feldman Chevrolet of Novi. Get that into the video as well. Somebody's going to go away with a couple tickets. So I know Freddie Feld already said he's definitely going to get his video in. I know last time I count on Devin the Dog as well. We want somebody to be able to win these tickets. And we also have another two that I'll give away if we get to 150 in the super chats over the next couple days. So definitely want to make sure that you guys are incentivized. And make sure we can get some people boots on the ground at the Pistons game. April 10th, it is the Slam cover reveal for Kay Cunningham. These tickets are a little bit more special because they actually come with, not all the tickets come with this, but this one's supposed to come with the Slam cover too. So,
that's fire.
Yeah, so it's going to be fire. It's going to be dope. And we're supposed to have boots on the ground. It's looking promising, bro.
Oh yeah, well, you know, Woodward Sports everywhere, man. We got agents in, you know, places people wouldn't even think.
Yeah, and so I can't wait. Thank you guys for supporting us. Let's run up those likes too, man. Let's get to that like goal in KG. We gotta get back to these Detroit Tigers. I know we got the legend just a segment away. What up, though?
Yeah, I see Skydog not excited. You talk about some sellouts are common for opening day. Yes, they are. But at least we got something to cheer for. I mean, past opening days, it's kind of like, yeah, we happy to be down here, but we weren't really down here for the Tigers. We down here to have a good time. But, you know, with the Tigers being probably, hopefully 500 going into Friday, I feel like it just brings a new energy. You know, last year we didn't really have a lot of expectations for this team, although we went down there and had a good time. But just, you know, coming off that playoff run from last year, seeing how they've opened the season so far, so good, even, you know, with them being banged up, I think it provides a lot of energy, bro, and I can't wait to get down there and party with y'all, man. Come rock with Woodward Sports.
Hey, come rock with us. You know what? I'm seeing people. Jan, shout out to Jan in the chat, one of our legends. She said, I will see you all Friday.
Shout
downtown.
out.
Tommy K said, I'll be there Friday to meet Mr. Calvin Shepard. Shout out to KG.
Hey, man.
Jeff reviews. Can a brother get on the list? Hey,
I seen it.
Talk to the man.
You got him on the list?
Oh, yeah, I seen that too. I got him noted down over here as well. Shout out to everyone sending in super chats. Dante151999. He said yesterday on Big D Energy, I said if Mize can go 5 or 6 innings, giving up 1 or 2 runs, I would be fine with that. And he did better. Also, Green on a home run streak. It's nice to see that. Let's go. Also, another $5 from Burns. Shout out. He said they look more mature. Torque, Colt, Mize look mature and composed. Mize grew a beard, always adds to that velocity and durability of a player.
They really do.
Yeah.
Like, I keep saying that something about this team just looks a little bit different. And, you know, they got off to a hot start last year, thankfully, because that's what really saved them for that playoff stretch down the way. But, man, they look more mature. You look at Torque, you just look at how they play on the base paths. Like, they know how to execute, though. I think that's the biggest difference between what we saw last year. Last year it was a lot of, okay, they're trying it, but they're not able to execute. This year, at least so far through 5 games, I know people, it seems like their ability to execute is cleaned up a little bit, and you like to see that.
You know what? I'm so glad you went there to the execution part, because I was going to say this as well. I believe AJ Hinch has more and better command over what this team actually is.
Yeah.
When you look at the improvements that Torque did show towards the end of last season, and clearly they've been seeing him work and seeing this stuff kind of carry over, maybe AJ Hinch has a better understanding of how to put these guys in the best position to be utilized. Not that he's going to be perfect.
Right.
You know, but it looks like there's just a better command over this team overall. So you got the players doing their part, and they can see. Torque knows now just how pivotal and how important he is. As much as we talk about Kerry Bonds, as much as we talk about the pitching and Scooble down the stretch, as much as we talk about Carps, Torkelson also played a pretty big role in what the Tigers were doing down the stretch. And so it's like, if these guys understand how important they are to this Tigers' success, they want to be here, and AJ Hinch is now able to utilize these guys to their potentials, to their best potential. I think that's why we see this squad looking just a little bit different, and it underpins a lot of the points that you just brought up. Yeah,
and even if some of these players, you know, didn't have the best playoff run, I think just this Tigers team getting into the playoffs, that did nothing but help them, especially considering they didn't just get bounced in the first round. They actually went out there and made some noise in the playoffs, and seeing that they did it the way they were constructed, it went against, you know, the grain. It went against just all thinking that, you know, this isn't supposed to work. But they went out there, and to their credit, they did that. And they came one game with them being in the ALCS. So that's no slight. And I think, you know, you got some of these players now, they got that taste, and they want to go out there. They want to, you know, do that extra rep. They want to go just that much harder. And I think it's going to show this year that this team is, you know, they're young, they're hungry, but now that they got some playoff success under their belt, maybe they look a little bit different going forward.
Yeah, definitely. Hey, what up, though, Kavasi? Chase, you got the 2 and 3 Tigers. They're trying to claw their way back to 500 so they can return to Detroit and have opening day absolutely rocking. I know we're going to do our part. But how you feeling about these Tigers so far?
You got your mic on, Chase.
There we go. How I feel as a fan, and then how I feel as like a impartial perspective of this team. And I think are 2 different things. I think it's going to be a fun season as a fan. This team is competitive, and they're going to be fun to watch. But I think as someone unbiased looking at the Tigers, I think this is exactly what the ownership wants. We're falling right into their trap of like being good enough.
No, for real. That's real.
And I think, you know, we're gonna have this like hope and
chest,
ride,
Chase.
you know, ride with it all year, and then come the end of the season, we're gonna be pissed off and upset and wanting to spend money, and we're gonna bitch about it all off season, and then we're gonna get sucked back in on opening day, and the young guys and the Max Clarks and the Kevin McGonagalls. That's what's gonna be the future of this team, and we don't need to spend money. And Javi's gonna get another new hip,
right?
Another new hip.
LASIK this time, like.
So I'm gonna enjoy the ride as a fan, someone who just likes the sport of baseball. And I'm gonna ride with my team. But if I'm really gonna be objective and take a step back, I think we are, we're just riding back on that wave, and it's just gonna be that same cycle of wash, rinse, repeat. For these Tigers fans who want to be good and know what it takes, but the people in charge aren't willing to do what it takes.
Right. So you have no expectations of the Tigers this season? None at all.
Competitively?
Yeah.
As far as postseason, no.
Okay.
I think they'll be. I think as a competitive team throughout the regular season, I think they'll be. But when it comes to the postseason, if they win a series, cool. But I'm not expecting anything because
seriously? Even if as healthy when they get their guys back.
Well, I'm just choosing I'll suck myself in for the regular season, but I'm not gonna with that for a sec. I'm not gonna fall for the postseason hype. It's a different animal and a different game that starts to be played when you get to October baseball. And but at the end of the day, I don't think that we're a team that's going to compete in October.
Yeah, but you do feel like we're a playoff team at least, or a wild card.
I think we could get there.
Okay.
I just say once we get there, I don't have any expectations.
No, I'll just wonder. This was the first time I heard you speak on the Tigers this, passionately.
I'm glad though. So I was like, you know what, man, I want to get this elite booth. I know we got a lot of ball knowers. We got a lot of people who are really passionate about this team, and it's a lot of different perspectives on it. Mm-hmm. And that's what I love. It helps us spur the conversations because I get his points. There's going to be times in the season. We did it last year. We rode that roller coaster of
absolutely
the times where we needed more, and then the times where they look like the best team in baseball. And it's, for me, I do believe that they're a little bit closer to being a team we can depend on, but I also know that right now you're going to need, and you see it, when you look at the Dodgers and you look at some of the better teams in baseball, you see that they got a little bit more firepower than we do right now.
No, absolutely. But everything Chase said is absolutely correct, and I would not argue none of that. I've been one of those people that have said spend a little bit of money. But there is an outside chance that this shit could work. Especially if you have revived Spencer Torkelson, you revived Casey Mize. Those were 1-1 guys. These were supposed to be pillars of your team anyway. So, if they can go out there and have a good year and just, like I told Neil Rule yesterday, because he was like, they said they would spend money when the time is right, and they made the playoffs, so the time was right. They might not view it that way, unfortunately. And listen, I don't agree with it, but just based on how they've moved, they want to build this thing kind of like how the Lions are building their team. They want to build it through youth. They want to, lean into their farm system. They don't want to go out and sign pricey free agents. We're seeing this with another team in this town. The only difference is the Lions have had success. The Tigers are just now getting into that pantheon of could they be a team that could be a perennial playoff team? That's yet to be seen. But you like how this team looks so far this year, and they also have one of the best managers and pitching staffs in this game. So it's not like they're devoid. When we talk about this team, we're not saying that they're just garbage or anything. We just know the potential, and we know that they could get to that next step if you just facilitate them a little bit.
Yeah, and we've heard AJ Hinch have some chirps about bats and lineups and things of that nature. So he probably does feel in some parts in ways that you do, Chase. But I do give them just a little bit more credence with this pitching staff and with AJ Hinch. I do believe that this team this year, especially when healthy, is going to be a better team than last year's. And I do give them a good shot to go into the playoffs with a pitching staff that should be a little less taxed this year to make some noise. I do. But I do kumbaya at the point of I wish they did a little bit more.
We all do.
I do because if you're looking at this in the grand scheme of World Series or bust, like we're able to look at the Lions as Super Bowl contenders, I don't know if we're necessarily can see that, but I also don't know if in their timelines if they're there yet.
Yeah, go ahead, Chase.
Well, I was gonna say, that should always be the goal. I think people are been reframing it it's you just got to get into the playoffs, and that's true. But it's like the playoffs is like that stepping stone to get to the top of the platform, which is ultimately winning the title. I think people sometimes misconstrue that elevated step as a platform in and of itself.
No,
it is just a hurdle to get to where you're ultimately trying to climb.
But Chase, we thought that last year with this Tigers team. They were 10.5 games back. They struggled and limped through most of the year. Yeah. No way we thought they was going to get in the playoffs and actually win a series. And they went out there
in baseball for 40 games.
Exactly. And then they went out there and kind of handled the Astros. Like, if you want to be real about it, they really kind of handled them. It wasn't perfect, but they went out there and made a statement.
And AJ Hinch was just pulling his strings.
Yeah, man. Like
the strings of the game.
We thought the same thing last year. So I would just say, try to be a little more open, try to be a little more optimistic, because you never know. In baseball, it is kind of one of those sports that if you can get in, you can make noise if you get hot at the right time. So
that's why
we saw that last year.
I was going to say, that's why I feel like they're playing with a chip on their shoulder right now, because they seen how close they came battling the Dodgers, the champs. Like, hey, we almost had them, so we're a little disappointed by that. So now, as this second series of games coming up against the Mariners, you're just like, all right, let's go out there and just handle business every single game, no matter what, because hey, you never know down the stretch what these games can really mean. So just keep putting that experience in. As you said before, they're gaining experience, and they just look a whole lot mature this season as well too, which, hey, being in the postseason, that could help you out as well. And shout out to Randall Small sending in a $20 super chat.
Snap.
Big
Thank
time.
You,
he said, I have been preaching that the Tigs were coming. Wish my dad and Uncle Eddie could see this. This pitching has 1984 writing all over it. And this is big praise. You guys as well, too. He said, I got my all clear from cancer yesterday. 7 years. You are the greatest. No, Rando, you are the greatest.
Hey, congratulations, bro. Congratulations.
Hey, fuck man. I got to meet him at the Okay, that was a pretty cool time. It was awesome too, because the cops that they were helping with the event and everything. They instantly, I was walking across, they were like, "Hey man, tell Flannel we don't agree with his with his lines." Like, I looked around.
Of course, it's Flannel.
I was already a little bit like,
right,
on my P's and Q's. There's cops in the area, and I was like, "Oh snap!" And they're like, "Yeah, what up, Kool-Aid?" And I'm like, Oh, they know my stage name, not my government.
Right. Hey, that's always the best when they don't know the real government name. Oh, my God.
I agree with some of the things that you're saying there.
No, absolutely.
And you know what? You do got some support here in the chat family as well that feel the same. There are a lot of people that want to see this team springboard a little bit more based off of the success that they saw last year. But let's get the legend in on this as well. Rob Beer, Detroit News Sports Editor-in-Chief. Got to talk about the Tigers. Got to talk about Brad Holmes' comments as well with Rob Beer, too. There's a lot of different takes that I'm hearing and seeing people make all across socials, and I can't wait to see what the legend thinks. So, hey, JBSmooovv, tell the people about merch. I know, $50 is going to be our first merch giveaway. We got to be getting close to that.
We are
so we got a lot of different giveaways going on right now. And King Tay says, dang, can I get on the list? He wants to be on the opening day list, man. Shout out to King Tay.
Right. So, King Tay, where you at, man?
You just made the list.
I got you. Let me tell you about some merch, because we are so close to that merch giveaway as well too. But you guys know D-Mac's birthday was earlier this week, so we still got some D-Mac gear as well. You can go and pick up at woodwardsports.com. All you got to do is click on that shop tab. We got the D-Mac Turtle Boxing Club t-shirts, hoodies, and also the I Saw D-Mac Turtle Claw at the Joe t-shirts and hoodies for you as well too. Go and cop some, as many as you want, to support D-Mac. His birthday was this week as well too, and you know that glorious day at the Joe was also last week as well too. We were celebrating that. So head over to woodwardsports.com. All you got to do is click on that shop tab.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in the clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Big Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon, and Ermanni and Edwards with Maz Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Head to WoodwardSports.com and click on Shop. Get the latest in Detroit sports apparel and exclusive Woodward Sports gear. WoodwardSports.com can get the whole team outfitted. Love the Pistons, Red Wings, and Tigers? We got something for you, too. Shop online at WoodwardSports.com.
All right, Woodward sports fans, whether you're hitting the game or just simply chilling at home, Jars Cannabis has you covered. 27 locations across the state, 9 alone in Metro Detroit, so there's always one close nearby you as well. And don't fear, because if you live in Grand Rapids, Madison Heights, or Milan, Michigan, stores are popping up your way very, very soon. If you don't have time to check them out in store, check out all the products they have online at jarscannabis.com, because you know what? I know you want to get high.
Hey, what up, though, people? Welcome back. It is Wake Up Woodward. We appreciate y'all for kicking off the day with the WUW Crew. Let's go ahead and just satisfy that like button.
I knew that was coming.
We about to just. I'm looking out here outside right now. It's not the best of weather outside, but you know what? I know what it is inside.
Oh yeah. Hey, I know what it is outside. It's a little wet, man. It's a little wet. So, hey, right on time, man. Y'all know what it is, bro.
Screw version.
Yeah, I know, right? It's staticky, you know. Turn them shits up a little bit, but listen, go ahead and satisfy that like button. You got two brothers up here working hard, so how about you work a little hard for us, man? It's okay. Just go ahead and slide that finger on there.
But you know what? Now I think we got to take 3-second break.
Yeah, we need to take.
Hey, you know what? Shout out Broder in the chat.
Hey,
Broder.
big shout out.
Hey, you know, we got the legend Detroit News, Rod Beard in the building, sports editor in chief, great professional, even better human being.
Yes, sir.
Hey, shout out to the legend Rod Beard. What up, though, brother?
I need a 5-second break in between all that.
It get a little crazy up here on this desk.
That is wild behavior. Y'all just out here already on a Wednesday morning.
Hey,
man.
You know what, man?
Gotta feel good on a Wednesday, man.
We got to. Hey, look at Rod Beard too, man.
I see you. Go blue. Okay, Woodward Sports. All right.
Oh, snap. Oh, man, dog, that means something to me. Shout out to the legend Rod Beard. You know what? We got to talk about these Detroit Tigers, man. They got an opportunity right now to get back to 500. And some fans, they're feeling like Chase. You know, they're just showing me something. But this team looks like it has the makings to potentially improve on what they did last year. And I just wanted to be able to get your temperature check on these Detroit Tigers with opening day right around the corner, Rod Beard.
As long as they're not playing the Dodgers, they can be really good. The Dodgers are just a cheat code. I mean,
yeah, come on.
It's silly. It's like any video game that you've ever played. The Dodgers are that team that you're like, you know what? I don't even want to play them. Like, let me turn the game off. Throw that ball across the room. It's a lot that's there. But to your guys' point, they did hang tough with them for that 3-game series. A replay here, another play there, something else. They can compete. It's a lot different than last year when we were wondering, are they just a 500 team that's gonna try to figure it out? This is showing at the beginning of the year that they're right there. And when they get to some of the weaker American League teams, that they'll be able to pile up some wins and look really good.
And Ryan, you know, yesterday Casey Mize went out there and pitched one of his best games as a Tiger in the regular season. And also, we all know Spencer Torkelson. He's somebody that's been, you know, looking a lot different at the plate than he has in previous years. He's on a 5-game hit streak, man. He's looking good out there. Between those two players and just, you know, all the hype that we heard in spring training, oh, these guys are back, they're looking better. Now that we're starting to actually see it, do you believe in it?
40 games, man. 40 games. Five does nothing for me. Everybody starts with a hot streak and all these home runs that we're seeing. Who is it? Eugenio Suarez has 5 home runs.
Yeah.
5 games or something. Yeah, it's little crazy little statistical anomalies like that. But it's good to see that Torque that they did not count on a lot from is getting off to this hot start. We've seen this from Chris Shelton and any number of guys over the years. Maintain this through 20, 30, 40 games, and then we can talk about it a little bit differently. But for Torque, it's just good to see.
What up, Bill Cavassier?
I mean, yeah, I definitely agree with what Rod's saying as far as like early in the season, you see guys sometimes streaking a little bit, you know, in the positive or negative direction. And hopefully with our guys like Mize and Torque, they continue. I think, you know, patience is going to be the key in seeing how long, you know, they're able to maintain the success they're able to ride. But, I mean, yeah, like I said earlier in the previous segment, I'm just kind of like wait and see with the Tigers. I think they're going to be very competitive and fun to watch all year. I just think that when we get down to the nitty gritty end of the year, come October baseball, we don't have all of the pieces it takes to eventually get us over the edge.
Yeah, trade deadline, Cavassier change.
Hey, we'll see, Rod. I mean, we'll see. You know, we got a lot of time till July, so.
Well, here's something to keep an eye on, too. The Tigers have the #1 farm system in the league. And when it comes down to it, if they need to go out and get some pitching or get some experience, spending the money will be one question, but they absolutely have the pieces in the farm system to go out and get a top-flight free agent or a trade piece if they're looking for something like that.
100%, but if they don't want to spend the money on free agency, then they're going to have to find a new way to sell us hope in the offseason when we don't have those top prospects in the farm system. I mean, that's kind of what that's what we're buying for right now.
No, it's these premium seats. That's going to pay for all the free agents.
Yeah, man, 1901 club, man. Come on now.
If you got a +1, Rod, let me know.
Heated seats. That's going to be the game changer. You can go get all the expensive targets and hitters and pitchers that you want.
You know, I want to talk about what Brad Holmes' comments about the Lions, but just really quickly, especially with that Fire Michigan sweater on.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you about Dusty May and just your confidence in this program moving forward. They're getting busy in the portal, and they also are losing a player in the portal in Trey Donaldson, but they're getting a lot of guard help, and obviously the focus now is probably just front court help. Danny Wolf. One more year, brother.
But, he might as well.
He might as well.
You're going to be a second-round pick going to the league. Nah, don't do it. Don't do it.
What up, though, Rod?
No, go into the league, Danny.
Danny Wolf is not going to be a second-round pick. That man is a seven-footer out here dribbling around. Yeah.
He not polished, though.
Think about last year's draft of a bunch of, like, some of these guys are non-polished, but they fit that tight.
Yeah, true.
Stan Van Gundy selected Henry Ellenson in the first round.
True, but
Austin Day.
We don't want him to be another Henry Ellison, though.
Happens.
I think if he does get drafted, he's going straight to the G League. At least that's how I would handle it, because he has to. There's still some things there.
Are you living in the dorm next year, or are you living in London?
What do you want to do?
Hey, man.
You gonna be in South Quad next year? That's not the way.
Hey, with this NIL money, he can live in luxury at Michigan. I'm just saying.
Now, if he was on the football team, then maybe he could
maybe
be making that Underwood money.
Right. No, it is. It's a big bag.
Open up the wallet for Michigan basketball award, man.
I mean, he might as well, man. Dusty not playing with this transfer portal, man. He's not.
No, I think Elliot Cadeau is even if you say it's an even trade, you get 2-to-1 assist-to-turnover ratio with him as opposed to Trey Donaldson and somebody who can just settle down the offense. It felt like in that Auburn game, if they could have just settled down in the first half, you go into that thing with a 6-8 point halftime lead, and that changes the complexion of everything else.
Yeah, definitely. And just real quick, as we get into the Lions, I know we got our Woodward Pistons segment on the way. There was a lot of interesting comments, and one of them was about big Zadarius Smith. And you know what? A lot is said about what we think this team needs to put them over the top, but they were still 15-2 without their dogs last year. How important is it for the Detroit Lions to go out there and get some more help on the defensive line and free agency, or do you believe they're all set, effectively utilizing the draft and then seeing where they are around trade deadline?
You can read the tea leaves on this and say that the bill came due. Like he's looking at, he's sitting at the kitchen table looking at the bills like, yeah, if we're going to keep these guys long term, the core guys that they want to keep, we can't go out and spend like we're crazy. You can't have a Vegas weekend knowing that you got to pay your rent and some of the other stuff. So he's being very fiscally responsible about it. And that's what you want to see out of your GM. You would love also to see that he can go out and get some other guys. But keep in mind, you're getting Aiden Hutchinson back. So it's not a pressing matter that you've got to go and wreck your future. And we see what the 49ers had to do in order to keep Brock Purdy, that they chopped and cut and snipped and did everything just for their quarterback. The Lions are already set up for that. But some of the other guys, J-Mo, Kirby Joseph, you got to pay those guys too. So is getting a rush in more important than the long-term future? No, I think they're being very, very prudent with the way they're spending stuff now.
Hey, and speaking of, hanging on to certain people, J-Mo was brought up by Brad Holmes in his sit-downs. Do you think that that's the right move? I know we still got a little ways to go. He already mentioned that, if J-Mo continues on this path, they probably will pick up that 5th-year option. But if he continues to go out there and just be the J-Mo that we think he could be a top receiver in this league, making around 30 to 35 million. Do you think that, maybe they should get out early on J-Mo? Do you think they should extend him at all? What do you think the future of the J-Mo extension looks like?
It depends on what that number looks like. It can't be a T. Higgins and Chase sort of situation where you've got two guys that are making close to the same thing. J-Mo is not Sun God. You can't pay him those sorts of numbers. You can pay him kind of middle of the road wide receiver 2 numbers. But that's why you draft well, so that you can have that rookie contract window where you're able to develop guys and hope that second contract isn't going to break you. And that's where they are with a lot of this roster right now, is starting to get second contracts, starting to get to these extensions. Again, I would run to him and say, as soon as he's extension eligible and say, hey, here's a number. This works because the market continues to expand. The top stars at those positions are expanding that the cap and what you can spend on the cap. You got to be very, very forward-looking to make sure that you're not paying too much and that you're getting guys at the right time.
Yeah, definitely. And the one thing, the big takeaway for me from both Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes and them giving their media availabilities, it's just how confident they seem. I don't sense that they're shaking at all, and there's a lot of big decisions that Brad Holmes has on his table. But I just sense that these guys, they have a plan. They understand exactly what they have to execute. They're able to cut through a lot of the emotion that we can't sometimes as fans and observers, because if it was me, man, are you kidding me? My man Big Z showed up looking like the second, coming of Rasheed Wallace the Buffs.
We was all bought in.
And it looked like it just belonged here. I would have been like, lifetime deal.
Yeah.
But Brad Holmes, obviously with the foresight to understand what this team needs and the way that he drafts, I'm comfortable knowing that no matter what I think, Brad Holmes to this point has proven his way is what's best.
Right, and you look at that point, you could have been caught up in the emotion and said, pay that man, give him a blank check and let him write out what he wants. But that's the prudent part of this, is saying, we got to think about the future. We got to think about, if you end up losing Kirby Joseph in order to bring in Zadarius Smith and keep him here, is that a smart? No, I don't think anybody would say that. And you can go and draft a edge rusher and get some of that production. You're not going to get it all, but again, you got Aiden Hutchinson. You just need sort of a complementary piece, but not a piece that's going to be. You would love it, but you don't have to have that when you look at the money, and that's important. The other thing that he said was interesting to me was that J-Mo was scratching the surface of what he can be. And that kind of went under the radar a little bit, that if they think he's just scratching the surface of what he can be, then yeah, he's going to be really, really good.
And I kind of been, kind of cautioning fans that just based on the moves that they made and them going into the draft, probably will get an edge rusher. I don't know if he'll be a day one starter. However, would you be comfortable in a situation where Marcus Davenport is your starting edge rusher again, and then you have that rookie backing him up? Would you be comfortable with that? I know, but it's a good chance. If you just pay attention to the moves, it's a good chance that could happen. It is a possibility.
It's a possibility. I don't love it, but I mean, it is what it is. If you got everybody else back, then you can deal with it. It depends on who that edge rusher is, and if you're able to trade up and get the kid from Marshall or get the kid. I mean,
Mike
the
Green,
kid
yeah.
from Tennessee looks to be pretty good.
James Pierce,
there are options there. There are options there where you could really do well. How much do you have to trade up, and am I willing to give up a 5th rounder or something else to move up a few spots to get the guy that you really want? Yeah, that I think is going to be the key in looking at the draft.
Man, Rod is over here spitting hot
as
fire,
always,
and we got another segment with the legend Rod Beard. So definitely, guys, continue to smash that like button, share the stream, get your comments and your chats in as well. At Lady James, we take the short out of getting a haircut. Our talented stylist will deliver an industry-leading haircut.
I'm looking at you.
Scalp massage. Yeah. My favorite, that hot lather neck shave, and a hot towel treatment. It's over 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady James Haircuts Treatment. It's wicked awesome.
I'm going to let you slide.
Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles, and with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
Boys of summer are ready to get back to the playoffs, and there's no better place to get your Tigers coverage than Woodward Sports. Join us all season long as we follow as our hometown Tigers claw and fight. This ball is gone! The boys are back in town. Feel the roar with Woodward Sports.
Sports fans, don't miss out on expert sports injury insights with Dr. Jeff Pierce of Michigan Sports and Spine. Guys, join Dr. Pierce every Tuesday on Big D Energy and every Thursday on Ermanni and Edwards, where he's offering you top-notch injury advice. You guys want to trust the guy that DMAC trusts, because Dr. Jeff Pierce is here to keep you in the game and performing at your best. For more information, visit MichiganSportsSpine.com or call 248-426-9944. Welcome back. It is Wake Up Woodward. We appreciate you, chat family, for kicking off today with the WUW Crew. And it's Woodward Pistons segment right now.
Sir.
So you guys already know we got to get the legend drum rolled in here. And we're going to kick things off right away with it. Rod starts. So, hey, yo. Shout out and welcome to the legend Detroit News. Rod Beard and brother. Take it away with Rod starts. These Detroit Pistons. These fighting Detroit Pistons. See, I got on my Street Fighter shirt.
Put them up.
They normally call them Ryu and Ken, but today is Ryu Holland and Ken Stewart, man. Shout out to our boys.
Hadouken!
Right. Oh man!
Shout out to the legend.
Hold on, before we even get into it, Dante DiVincenzo, like for real, one game, right? Tell me, you got to tell me how you really feel. Like that's some garbage, right?
That is my thought. Is really Stu 2 games. This is the OKC game
yes.
all over again. Stu wasn't even over there.
Stu
was on the other side of the court, out the frame, and Dante came up like he's tough guy and want to do a I can't even think of the wrestling move. Like it's a Ricky the Dragon Steamboat underarm.
Right.
What are we doing? What are we doing? And Stu comes in talking about people with Legos again, and it's just, okay, that's 2 games. Because you've been in other incidents before?
Yeah.
I mean, that's how the report read.
It's the same.
Yeah.
It's the same stuff I told my kids. When you see trouble brewing, go the other way because you're going to be implicated by association that you were there, you must have done it. Stu didn't do anything,
bro.
From what I saw.
You already know when
Stu was just there.
When Stu start getting to do that point,
oh yeah,
it's a wrap, dog. They just go throw the flag.
Oh my God.
When he does the point, it's done for him.
I said the same thing though. I'm like, ultimately, should he? He was over there. He was helping out a teammate, bro. But ultimately, 2 games for him. That's based off rep at this point. Like I felt like that was absolutely garbage, bro.
He wasn't the aggressor. He didn't. Start anything.
What are we doing?
He went to go pull his rookie out of the pile. That is worth 2 games. It's just like, come on. I didn't even think it was worth 1 for him.
Stu went out there like the first 48, just pointing at everybody like,
right.
First 48. First 48.
Bro. Just being it. So this is on the refs, and this is really about what the league has to do when these incidents pop up. Because there were hard technical fouls before that on the other, I think it was two possessions before that, where you could see it was starting to bubble up. And the refs were just kind of like, oh, yeah, play on, whatever. And so when this happened, Naz Reid absolutely instigated this whole thing because he came out pointing. And so Ron ain't falling back from that. And then Dante, out of nowhere, if you're trying to break up the situation, then break up the situation. But if you're going to roll up to Ron, like Ron don't want that smoke, Ron wants a seat for 2 in the smoking section. With
right.
He was not backing down from that at all. So that is really Naz and Dante who did that entire thing. Ron's defended himself, and Stu is just kind of there.
The wrecking ball.
There. Literally there. Man. He's trying to show up so he doesn't get fined, and he gets fined and suspended. That's
hey, man.
Ron, you right, was ready for it, too, because Dante kind of aggressed him first, and as soon as Naz Reid started talking and, like, shaking his finger at Ron like that, Ron instantly, he just eliminated
ready, bro.
Dante.
Yeah.
He took his arm and just pushed him to the side and walked up to Naz, and I was like, Ron is really about that life, man. Like, y'all
smoking section.
No, big facts.
Dog, you know what? I feel like when you talk about all of the different improvements on this team, just this team's overall fight and hustle across the board, this isn't something where it's just reserved for Ron Holland and Isaiah Stewart. But you see the clips of like Jalen Duren. Let it be the Pacers. Jalen Duren is all in the middle. I don't know what beef Cade and Jalen and Tyrese Halliburton have, but there is real beef.
Yeah.
And it's like this whole team, man, is really ready for it. And what I like is that there's a lot of people who say, yeah, but they lost that game. I'm like, listen, they were already down Cade and Tobias.
Right.
And people keep
7 players, bro.
Yeah, a lot of T-Wolves fans out there, oh, this is hurting your team. I'm like, bro. They tripled their win total from last season.
Right.
I think they've won a lot of games doing it this way. And JB Bickerstaff said that. Like, we are going to push this thing to the limit, and we're not going to, just because we play to the line, we're not going to allow you, though, to besmirch effectively our identity, our character, and who people say that we are. We are playing good basketball. We're not playing dirty basketball. Y'all just got to get your weight up a little bit. That's if I want to paraphrase or summarize what JB Bickerstaff was saying. And I love the fact that he found himself in the middle of that, taking up for his guys. Man, they got somebody who was going to bat for them, Rod.
Right, and I think the key here, 2 things. One, they turned this thing around in terms of the losing and turning it into winning. But now they've also established culture in the same year.
Yeah.
The same season that you thought, let's get one of these things right. Let's get culture, even if we still have a losing record, or let's start winning and we'll figure it out somewhere down the road. They've done both at the same time, and that's really, really hard to do. And so, like, who was it? Was it Channing Frye? I forget which one of the ESPN guys it was, said, when other teams do this, it's heat culture. And they will call it, hey, they're just being tough, they're being whatever. It might have been NBA TV because he was talking with Isaiah.
I remember this, yeah.
When the Pistons do it, this is who they are. This isn't who they are. This is them being tough, them trying to get respect. If they got the respect and they got the calls, then this wouldn't happen. This is what they have to do in order to get some of that stuff. Yeah, it's going to matter down the road. And yes, give me all 7 games of Pacers Pistons. All 7 games. I'm watching ball. I'm getting the VCR out and taking all 7 games of that because I want to see what Pistons team comes out on the other end of that.
You got Kavase fired up over here, man.
You guaranteeing 7. I think that's a 5-game gentleman sweep by the Pistons, but that's just me. That's just me though. That's just me. Hey, get your notes. Get your notes. Get your notes. I'm here to provide some sticky notes, dog. I'm here to provide some sticky notes.
Let's go.
What's up with it? We didn't even have one last week. I had to make up for it, Ryan. I had to. I'm sorry. You talking about 7 games. What, you think after the regular season that the Pacers put the Pistons through, that is 7? No, what, man, no.
I can't
That's a 5-game gentleman sweep by the Pistons.
What up, though, Kavasi?
It's on wax.
What up, though, brother?
Oh, there we go. We can take Indiana as James Johnson. We can raise him with our Isaiah Stewart. Realistically, talking about pound for pound, muscle for muscle. I'm taking Stu.
Oh yeah,
taking Stu every single time, man. It's going to be.
We're going to talk about this more in Swisher Break. Don't think you just got away from that. We're going to talk about this some more.
Ooh, man. Pistons in the playoffs, man. You see what this does to us, Rod? But listen.
No, you put KG at the desk, and this is what you get.
You damn right.
I like this version. Let's go.
It's shout out to our brother Fennel Sam, too,
man.
Yeah, I can't wait till we get him back. But yeah, KG at the desk, man. He's always doing this thing, man. Glad to see him have
just being real.
But Pistons, they got a game tonight, prime time, against OKC Thunder. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and those Thunder. We know how that went the last time, and it was physical. And I do believe that the Pistons are going to go out there because of the way that they play and give themselves a good opportunity to quit themselves well on national TV. And it was cool to see ESPN advertising this game a week and a half out, their playoff push theme that they have going on for their commercials, and it was Cade Cunningham highlights, and it's like, you know what, there's our guy on the main stage, there's our Pistons, and you're right, it's because they fought for all of this. You see even Bill Simmons, you see Mark J. Spears, you're starting to see the national contingent of hoops heads and hoops talkers and hoops media start to say some of the same things, and it is because of this foundation or this culture that JB Bickerstaff tried to establish right away. They are 2 games behind the Indiana Pacers for the 4th seed in the East. Obviously, that means that they would host a playoff series, which would be absolutely bananas considering where they've been the last few years. But they do sit a game ahead of the Milwaukee Bucks. So the Pistons are in the 5th seed, 42-33, and firmly, in one of those top 6 spots. So Detroit Pistons. Huh? Was it 42-33 for the
hey, I'm just saying, man.
On the nose. If the season ended today, right on the nose.
I'm only a few wins. I'm going to be a few wins off.
They got 7 games left. That 46 is still in play for me, but it's going to be an interesting close to the season. You do have the Bucks who are hobbled, and you have 2 games against them. You have the Knicks as well, but you still have some pretty winnable games for these Detroit Pistons, but that's probably going to be our first Swisher Break question that we start off with.
Okay, cool.
We'll start off there, man. 7 games left. What is that record, man? So,
Show me the graphic.
Let's go. Pull up the graphic, JBSmooovv.
J-Bizzle.
Swisher Break.
Swisher Break.
Swisher
Break with Chat family. You guys already know what the deal is. Get your comments, your answers to some of these statements into the chat. And definitely, we got those 7 games left, KG. You can kick us off with some music, Cavassier, and then kick us off with the question, man. We got the 7 games.
All right. Let's see here. Do you want to start with the physicality question?
We'll start with the remaining. April has 7 games left, and what that record will be.
Oh, okay. Well, the Pistons will. I didn't get the April.
My fault.
Yeah, no, you all good. But you can ask it since you got it.
Yeah. Listen, the Detroit Pistons, they had won 17. They were 17-10 in their games just before All-Star break, and they needed to go 17-10, at least 17 games the rest of the way to win 46. They sit at 42 wins right now, with 7 games left to go, and we need to lock in what those win totals will be for these Detroit Pistons. Again, the hobbled Buccaneers, Bucks twice. I'm sorry, Milwaukee Bucks. You got the New York Knicks. You have the Kings, the Grizzlies, who I don't know what's up with the Grizzlies right now. The Raptors, and then the Thunder tonight. This is the final prediction. What say ye, KG?
Give me 4-3.
4-3. So you got them winning getting to the 46 plateau.
Yep.
Hey, Kavassier Chase.
I'll say 6-1. I'll be a little bold.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Who's the loss?
One of the Bucks games.
One of the Bucks ones?
Yeah. We're gonna beat OKC.
Wow. Okay. Fired up. JBSmooovv. What up, though? 7 games left.
Oh, I was going a little in between both of you guys. Give me 5-2.
5-2.
5-2. Yeah,
Gotcha. So
I see this
47.
OKC and the Kings game kind of going sideways. But yeah, those are only 2.
Kings games are always weird with the Pistons, man. Always freaking weird. And I see Kiazi in the chat. He says 4-3. Michael Wary says they go 5-2 and they win 47. AD is 4-1. Giannis is a beast, and he scored 30 points in 5 straight games, man. Giannis is definitely a beast. Hey, Rod Beard, what say ye?
I'm gonna say 5-3. Lose to OKC. Split the Bucks and the Knicks. We'll say the Knicks at home because that last 3 games is 3 games in 4 nights. That's gonna be a tough stretch for them to go.
Yeah, that's why I said it's one of the Bucks games. They're gonna go 6-1.
Yeah. Bucks, Knicks, and that OKC. I think those are 3.
Ooh, yeah, you're right, man. There's Saturday to Sunday. They got 5 games in effectively 7 days.
That's a gauntlet.
Or 8 days. That's tough. That is tough to close the season, man. I hope that they get some type of respite as you enter into playoffs. But what's our next question, KG?
All right. Well, we will go back to the Pistons' physicality. I think I asked this in a forum last week, but is the Pistons' physicality hurting more than helping? Swish or brick?
At this point, you saw what happened in the Minnesota Timberwolves game, and there's a lot of people who believe that. And I know that we got a little fired up about it, but in the grand scheme of things, when you look at it, this team has won a lot more games playing this brand of basketball, playing it and towing the line. And we've seen the Pistons teams in the past who have won. They had everybody complaining about their defense, but they still played it right to the line. It wound up forcing the league later to have to change some rules. But this team won more than they lost by being the more physical team and by being the aggressor in all of their games. So, start with you, brother.
Yeah, I like the fact that they go out there and they play with an edge. The only thing that you kind of need to start worrying about is in a playoff situation where everything gets tighter, when teams are, purposely maybe trying to agitate you to get players thrown out. You got to learn how to toe the line a little bit better. And not to say that I don't think they can, but it's just something that, is on your mind going forward, because in a playoff situation, you can't afford to lose a beef stew. You can't afford to lose players like that. So
then this one probably be like a rim out brick.
Yeah.
Rim out brick. Hey, what about you, Kavassier Chase? Swish or brick? It's their physicality is helping more than hurting.
I say it's a switch. It's what got them to this many wins. They're not getting pushed over. They're being the aggressor, and even if it ends up costing them a little bit, they've built a good enough team around them that they've been able to withstand injuries. People being out for games. It's so. I think it's helped shape their mindset, and I think basketball as much as in your head as it is on the court.
Yeah. It's so technically we a break. Hurting more than helping, I think is that how it's supposed to be?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, you're in the camp of what their physicality is doing is effectively powering everything that we see them doing out there.
Yeah, I think it's like the foundation for like how the team is like playing. Like, you know, like I said, it starts from the ground up, and they come in with that attitude that like we got to go out there and grind and go after it.
I feel like they give teams something else that they have to think about now. It's not just the X's and O's, but now you know this team is going to come out here and physically impose, and you have to be ready for that.
Reminds me of that scene in Troy when they're about to take the beach, and Brad Pitt's like, "You see what's waiting for you on that beach? Victory! Like, take it, it's yours." And like they're like, JB's empowered this team to go out there, and they're like, "Yeah, you know what? We are going to take it. It is ours."
JBSmooovv, swish or break, the physicality is hurting them more than it's helping them.
I agree with you guys. I feel like this is a rim out brick a little bit because it's helping and hurting at the same time. KG, as you said, you don't want to see this happen during the postseason where referees are basically eyeing this team down, saying we're not accepting these calls or anything like that. And you know what? It's helping them on the side that JB Bickerstaff is like, you know what? Be tougher out there. It's helping them become better teammates and brothers as well too. But the NBA doesn't want to see the bad boys Pistons once again. They don't want any of this physicality. So this is a rim out for me, unfortunately.
And I see the chat. Skydog thinks that it's hurting them, but Michael Wary and Dante151, they think it's a brick. They think that the physicality is actually helping them. Skydog says, stop trying to be the bad boys.
I don't think they trying to though. Like this, it's not like fake. It's not like disingenuous what they doing. That's the edge that they play with, and they go out there and play with a fire because of what they've been through to this point. Yeah. We do have to remember a lot of these players were on these really, really bad Piston teams over the last 2 to 3 years. So yeah, they tired of losing, and they want to go out there and they play with an edge. I don't think that's bad. And shout out DNC ENT. He pretty much said that the Pistons' physicality got them to 45, 46, maybe even 47 wins. So clearly it's not hurting. Like,
and Chuckle Cheese says it's not hurting at all. We are in the dance. And I like this too. David Buchanan. The Pistons' physicality, aggression and physicality equals MCDC going for it on fourth downs. It's what got you to where you are. It won't always work, but it's who you are. I like that comment. What say ye, Rod Beard? Man, I like that one a lot.
I mean, you're in the dance. You're at the open bar. You got the shirt kind of unbuttoned a little. Yeah, they're there. And it's because of this physicality. And what some people are calling physicality is how you have to play in the playoffs because they're going to swallow the whistles in the last couple of minutes a little bit. This is the way you need to be. And is it really physicality? Was Ron Holland's foul on Naz Reid really physical? That's
not like that.
Foul. That's a common foul. So some of it is just reputation, and if they got the rep already, and coaches are going to the refs before the game, hey, watch these calls, watch how physical they're getting with us, then we're already in their heads before the game starts.
Yep, exactly. We've heard coaches step to the pregame podium and say, "Oh yeah, we already let the refs know."
Yeah.
It's like, wow, you show up with X's and O's, and now you got so much other things to think about. And realistically, with how tough this team has shown themselves to be from top to bottom defensively, like even Cade Cunningham, one of your better two-way players in the league. We've seen and we've talked about those stats, especially for whatever reason, his ability to defend at the rim. Guards that get downhill, the action against him, he's been able to sneak away with some blocks this year.
Yeah.
And deter some shots. And so you're looking at just that. And then you got to go Jalen Duren, who's taking a leap defensively. Isaiah Stewart, who's been one of your best rim protectors and paint protectors. Ron Holland and Asar Thompson, who can absolutely put wings in just hell. Even if they're scoring, it's still taking so much energy, so much time, so much usage out of a player that we've seen the Pistons be able to have more success towards the end of the season in these second halves than they did in the fourth quarter to close games than they were in the first half of the season. So, Rod Beard, what say you, man?
No, it's absolutely it. And I'm just excited for the playoffs and being able to see what they can do. This is, like we said before, this is what we've been working up for the past few years, is to see where this Pistons team can be and how this team was built. Finally starting to see some fruit bear out of that is good.
Definitely. We got one more?
Next one up. Pistons don't have the depth to win a first-round series, swish, or brick.
This is one that I have seen around the interwebs, Rod, is that people are saying, though the upstart Pistons have a bright future, they don't necessarily have the experience and the depth to win a first-round series against a team that's already been in the playoffs in prior years. So, Rod, definitely deliberate on that. Chat family, get your answers in the chat because we've also seen this this bench go out there and go 3-1 in games that Cade hasn't played in the last 4, and it looked really good. And this isn't the first time that they've done that. This offense, the cohesion, the system that is in place, it works it works okay. Very, very serviceable without Cade. So we start with you, KG.
Big brick, making a house. No. And like you pointed to, the 3-1, without Cade being in the lineup. And even aside from that, we've seen a couple other times this season this team be able to hold up if Cade, has to sit out a game or two. So I really feel like the depth on this team is really, improved, especially with the Dennis Schroeder trade. And you running out a lineup of Malik Beasley, Dennis Schroeder, Ron Holland in the playoffs. Like, I think that's pretty damn good. Maybe Marcus Sasser in spots here and there. Of course, Isaiah Stewart as your big man. I think they have more than enough depth to win a first-round series.
Hey, what say you, Cavassier?
Yeah, I think it's a brick as well. They have the depth to win a series for sure. I think it's like when you get to
guys are confident in the experience of the young guys.
Yeah, I think if you have a rotation of 8, you can definitely win a playoff series. I think when you get into the second round, like the semifinals and the conference finals, you really start to see the tired legs take place. So, the Pistons are young though, and so I don't think that the wear is going to be what takes this. I think it's going to be, if they get beat, it's going to be more or less like the mental mistakes, the unforced errors, and not like the pressure of being in the moment, but just the unfamiliarity of it, and not knowing how to handle those mistakes and battling through the attrition of it. So,
hey, JBSmooovv, what up though?
KG, can you repeat the question one more time? I forgot.
The Pistons don't have the depth to win a first-round series.
Oh, this a brick, man. This is a straight brick. It don't matter. I don't care if it's New York, Indiana. We winning. That is it. This is a straight brick.
Okay. Hey, and I see the people in the chat as well. They're bullish on this thing, and I wonder how people feel as well about the experience heading into this playoffs, because they're going to be relying on a lot of young players still on rookie contracts. But Jay Hart, all caps, best bench in the East. And I stand on that.
Yeah, I said that.
Hey, and that's where a lot of people are at. Dirty Dr. D says, brick AF. DNC ENT, this is why I'm not tripping about Stu. I think Paul Reed will do just fine with Thomas Bryant for half of basketball. And I guess that is as it relates to just this team's depth, if they have to go there. You want Stu in there more than you want Paul Reed in there, but they got some stuff, man. What say you, Rob Beard? The depth, the experience. You got any concerns heading into the playoffs?
Of who? The depth and experience of who?
Hey, this Pistons bench.
Airball. The Knicks don't have the depth to win a first-round series.
Big facts.
The Pacers don't have the depth to win a first-round series. Let's talk about that. And those are the teams that the Pistons would play in a first-round series. We will see. It'll all come to light. But the Pistons have better depth than both of those teams. If we're really getting to it, because you added Schroeder, that solidified one of the weakest spots you had on the roster. With Sasser, with Thompson, with Holland, those guys have grown over the course of this season. They have a better bench than the teams that they will be playing.
You know what? And I'm so glad you mentioned Dennis Schroeder, because it's allowed Marcus Sasser, in my opinion, to play just a little bit more his role. We've talked about this since he's been drafted. Combo guard. That's where he's his best. When you get a Dennis Schroeder here and they're putting the ball in his hands to make the plays, especially with Cade out, we see those assist numbers jump up. We see him filling the stat sheet.
Yeah.
I think this is really good for the Detroit Pistons just ahead of the playoffs, because you added more experience at the trade deadline. You didn't get younger, and you added another player who's played in big moments in the playoffs. All of these players have it as it relates to the vets. And then when you talk about Cade Cunningham and what he's done in college and Marcus Sasser, these guys have played in big spots before. It's just a notion or a matter of their development, and what we see more than ever, how JB Bickerstaff has put this team in a really good position from an X's and O's standpoint, really good position from a development standpoint, and really good position at being able to motivate these players to the level of play that we've seen this year. Whether they are the vets, whether they're the young guys, or whether they're new to the team, you would have thought that this squad had been together for a very, very long time, which was honestly one of the staples of the 04 Pistons. They weren't together that long.
Yeah.
It was just the synergy was right, the brotherhood was right, and they all understood what they were playing for and really identified and connected with the city. So, I agree with a lot of what everybody is saying as it relates to what this squad can be, and especially when you when you bring up the playoff matchups, Rod, that's such a great point. That's such a great point. They're going to have a good opportunity to move
after the fights. After the fights, the Pacers won't have anybody left. So
yeah, that's real. That's real. You think they go 9-man deep rotation? Playoffs
at least. Yeah. I mean, I know they tighten it sometimes, but I can see this being a situation where it's 9. But ultimately, they have the opportunity to turn up the minutes of some of these players that have been on minute restrictions. Like Isaiah Stewart hasn't gotten a lot of minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
But this has been one of his more healthy years, Rod. I've noticed that. So they're doing different things to keep themselves ready for this opportunity, and we've gotten more of the combination of these players playing together than not. Jalen Duren has not missed a whole swath of time, multiple parts of the season. And now Cade gets an opportunity to kind of rest up his bruised calf,
right?
A little bit before we get into the playoffs. So I'm happy about the fact that this team, their best lineups, they get to actually turn that up now, going into the playoffs and turn up that depth. So can they go 9 deep? Yeah, I think if they need it, they definitely will. They have the room now to play around with fouls, so they can turn up that physicality and know that they do have the ability to go at least 9 or 10 deep if need be.
Yeah, no, I absolutely agree. I think that 9 is good, considering that Beasley is kind of like a pseudo starter anyway. Y'all know the minutes going to be staggered in the playoffs anyway. But once they get Cade and Tobias back, this team is going to look totally different. And I'm very excited to just see how they come out and perform. And I don't think the experience is going to hurt them in a lot of ways, bro. The way they play, the way JB Bickerstaff manages this team, I think they know what's in front of them, and he'll have them guys ready. Rod, how do you feel about it? You feeling confident going into the playoffs?
Yeah. There's nothing up there.
You said they won't win a series, so I got to keep checking in with you because the sticky note in the booth says that you said that they won't win a playoff series. So I just got to check on my strong friend. That's all.
Okay.
The gentleman suite.
Yes.
Woo.
The Pacers don't want to see it. The Pacers don't want to see us. I promise you. They don't.
I mean, it's Pacers or Knicks. Either way.
Either way.
You still running from the Bucks, huh?
Giannis is not scoring 70 on me. I don't have to see that smoke. Put me in the no smoking section on that.
I feel you.
And I contemplated it for a while. So, man, let me just kind of look how this thing is going. And I felt like the Pistons might have an advantage as it relates to their speed, their youth, a little bit of athleticism. But Giannis and still some of those pieces they have, man. I just.
Oh, you stepping down, huh? Yeah, my man had a hot take about a couple weeks ago.
I never stepped up. I said that I believe you look at what this Milwaukee Bucks team is, but it's the neutralizer of Giannis. That's just the component of it. That's just like, ooh, do you really want to play with that type of fire?
And Rod even expanded my thinking. Do you want to face a Giannis that feels like he has to carry the team? Like he's the only option. Like, yeah, I don't know if you want to do that. Because we don't match up well against him.
And he gets foul calls.
There's no Chris Middleton either. So
yeah.
That man is just on a mission by himself, him and Bobby Portis. Nope. No thank you.
And just whenever Lopez decides he wants to shoot, it always goes in when he plays the Pistons.
I swear, bro. That irks my soul.
Yeah, and you're right, man, because the Bucks don't need depth when you got Giannis, but those other teams, they definitely do. And that's where you're looking at the Pacers and the Knicks, and it's just poetic at this point in time. Go out there and play the Knicks. It's just poetic. The storylines, they kind of write themselves, against the Pacers. I wanted to see Broadway Cade, and it's still an opportunity to get that. But this Pistons team just feels like they just want to go out there and slug their way to as high, a win total that they can, and that might put them in a position where they're opening up that 4-5 matchup with the Pacers rather than a 6-3 matchup with the Knicks.
A first-round series for this team would be unbelievable. I mean, it really would. And chances are it probably won't happen, but, man, if they were to get to that 4th seed, who wants to really come in LCA? LCA will become a dangerous place to come play. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that?
The fans going to be, hey, you know what, Rob Beard?
They not ready for that, man. The league not ready for that.
I was going to ask you any last thoughts.
Absolutely. You finally get to use the Chevy Plaza? Come on now. Come on. Finally.
Talked about it.
That thing been collecting dust for years. Come on, man.
April in the Chevrolet Plaza. Let's do it.
Let's rock,
man. Let's rock. Thank you, Rob Beard, as always, for your time. It's so appreciated. I know the chat family, they love it as well every time we have the legend Rod Beard on, sports editor-in-chief of the Detroit News, man. Thank you, brother. Any other last words from you?
No. We'll have some good stuff coming in the next couple of weeks.
Hey,
yes,
let's
sir.
rock. Let's rock. Hey, JBSmooovv, I think the people, they want to hear about where they can go for some lunch, huh?
Yeah. Thanks, Rod.
Thank you, Rod Beard.
Thanks, Rod.
See you guys.
The brother, the legend. Overall, great person, man. Just overall. I'm so grateful that we get the time that we do with Rod Beard.
Absolutely.
Who's covered so much sports here at ground level and helped so many others along in this media game. So shout out to Rod Beard. But Buddy's Pizza has been serving the original Detroit-style pizza since 1946, so we're talking about another Detroit legend.
Yes.
79 years later, they have 22 locations in the state of Michigan, and fans can still visit where it all began, on the corner of 6 Mile and Conant. Sign up for Buddy's Rewards to earn points on every purchase and receive exclusive promotions. Download the Buddy's Pizza mobile app and start earning today. Add some Detroit style to your next meal. Save 10% off your entire order using the promo code 10MEAL. That's the number 10, that's 10, MEAL. Buddy'sPizza.com.
Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer, is kicking off the game with the best prices on all cars, trucks, and SUVs, like this 2024 Silverado for just $296 a month, or this 2025 Equinox for as low as $371 a month. Our locations in Novi, Highland, New Hudson, Livonia, and Lansing means we have the perfect Chevy right in your backyard. Get the home team advantage every day at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
Woodward Sports is live in downtown Detroit for Tigers opening day.
This one's blasted out toward the bullpen.
Live from the Grand Slam Festival at the Detroit Opera House.
Way back, forget it. Out of here.
Brought to you by White Claw.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, it's wicked awesome.
A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
Les Stanford Chevrolet Buick and GMC has great offers for everyone. You want to get these deals while they are still around. Get a 2024 Envision Avenir for only $299 per month, or try out the 2025 Sierra Crew Cab Elevation for only $229 per month. Don't forget about that 2025 Hummer EV SUV, one of my favorites, for only $799 per month. Get to Les Stanford today and check out their massive inventory. Les Stanford Buick and GMC, lesstanford.com.
And for all you potheads and potheads, you already know, Loom Cannabis Co. But do you know they got all of the brands you love and now for less, with unbeatable prices, a wider selection, and the best loyalty program? Loom is the premier destination for new and experienced shoppers alike. Experience Michigan's #1 recreational dispensary at one of their 38 locations and use code WSN30, WSN30, for 30% off your entire order online or in store. Go to www.loom.com today.
Hey, Loom got me right all week, man. I'm still living good off that goodie package they sent. Shout out to the people at Loom Cannabis, bro. Y'all that product there.
Shout out.
Something different.
I still got one more of those Buzz drinks left, man.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
My man JB over there.
Say that for opening day.
Sound like you're in a good place, man. Hey, and you know what, man? Shout out to the chat family as well. Hey, we're just 5 likes away from our first like goal. Shout out to you guys for smashing that like button.
We have hit our merch goal, though.
Oh, we have. Do we have anything else to clean up?
Shout out to everyone sending in super chats. Once again, I know we got to clean these up. $5 from Burn. He said, I want to go back in time and see the reaction from people in 2020 if I told them the Lions, Tigers, and Pistons will make the playoffs before the Wings.
Sheesh.
Also, $199 from Dante 151. He said, at least we are not Braves fans because, oof.
Yeah.
Sheesh. And you know what, JB? Make sure that you keep your eyes on the super chats and who's going away with that merch today.
Oh, yeah, I got you.
Definitely. Yep. I just sent off the next level, the next wave of merch giveaway winners to Travis. So want to make sure that these guys, they get their giveaways as well, because I know there's a lot going on from the Pistons tickets. I got to remind you guys, if you want an opportunity to win 2 tickets to Pistons versus Knicks, April 10th. It is the Slam cover night reveal, and they're doing a lot pregame for this game for the Slam cover. So the Slam magazine will be in the building.
Nice.
They are going to have some giveaways associated with the tickets that you all will have an opportunity to win. And what I need you to do is record your favorite sports questions: Pistons, Tigers, Lions, Wings. Send it to us, either Kool-Aid@WoodwardSports.com. Post it to socials and make sure you're tagging Woodward Sports, or make sure that you're tagging one of us at Chase Hamley, at Detroit Kool-Aid, at JB Up Next. And do we know Flannel Sam's handle? Is it at Flannel_Sam?
I think so. I'm not 100% sure. Don't quote me on that one.
Socials at Flannel Sam as well, our brother. Shout out to him too.
Hey, real quick, King Tay, how does it work? Should I email Kool-Aid, or is JB just gonna put my name on the list?
Oh, your name's definitely on the list.
Yep, yeah. So when he shows up, he can say his handle.
The bouncer ain't gonna throw you out, bro. You just come up, say your name, King Tay. You'll be good.
We'll make sure he's good.
Yeah,
dope. And make sure you say it's from WUW Crew, WUW Crew chat. Make sure you definitely do that, man. And how many people have you been able to mark down today for the giveaways?
I'm going through my list right now. I swear I think I got like 5 people as
dope.
it is.
Dope. You know, if you want to add a couple more on there, I'm not even gonna be mad at you.
Hey.
We got to get this party turned up, man. We got tickets that are being bought. We got some giveaways that we can't wait to get into the chat family's hands.
Yeah.
And, you know, we even got more giveaways at the 10 party. We have signed shirts, Woodward Tigers and Woodward Wings. We have signed pucks. Mm-hmm. We have, it's like fruit and dried fruit and
koozies. Like a goodie basket.
All of that. It's a nice gift basket. Shout out to Kathy, the queen. She is the queen over here at all things.
Right.
Woodward.
Bow down to Kathy.
Birmingham, Rose, Lady Jane's, everything, man.
She is the lady around.
And now it's our tribal queen.
Yep, and she wanted to do this just to be able to bless the people that will be there. So this giveaway is happening there. So if you get your free passes, you get opportunity to enter and still be able to win even more. So we can't wait, man. So JBSmooovv, we won't even belabor it. Let's get into everybody's favorite segment, man. Let's spark up word to Jars. Loon, all the above?
All the above. Let's do it.
And now it's time for the most electrifying segment on the internet. Bum, bum, bum. It's What's Trending with JB. Live on Wake Up Woodward.
He is a TD god, JBSmooovv. Let's ride.
Hey, what's up, fellas? What's up, chat family? I got some good videos for you guys today. But first, yesterday was April Fool's. And we actually missed a little bit of history yesterday as well, too, because April 1st, 1985 was a very special day. The first pair of Air Jordan 1s came out, and they were priced at $65.
The good old days.
Can you believe that?
Hey, they was messing up your ankles. They ain't had no arch support. Them was cheap sneakers for that time period, man.
Goodness gracious.
$65. And now, if you look at it, those same shoes probably go for what, like $200-$300 right now?
Oh, yeah, depending on the type of colorway you're trying to get. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Unreal.
Yeah, that wasn't no April Fool's joke, though.
No.
That was real.
that was a real April. That was not a real April Fool's joke, but another April Fool's joke. Danny Wolf, man, maybe you shouldn't go back to Michigan. All I'm saying is, wouldn't you rather be eating filet mignon and not making dorm burgers?
Wait, what? Oh, no.
Not off the iron, man.
No.
Holy shit.
My man steaming the cheese.
Oh. The iron and board burger. Oh, my God.
Then you pick up whatever crumbs is on your table.
You get grease spots on your shirt.
Extra seasoning on that mug, man.
That's tough, bro.
See, Danny,
I promise you, Danny Wolf ain't living like that. I promise you that. He is the best player on this team. You think he living like that? Come on now.
You don't want to be going back there.
This is the NIL era. What are we talking about?
You can get a hair straightener and cook individual strips of bacon.
What?
Have you done this before, Chase?
No, I'm just smart.
This is like jail levels. Like, this is how they cook food in jail.
Like, wait, you got the fridge to be able to keep the meat fresh, Paul, but you don't have like a Foreman grill or something?
It's hard out here for them college kids.
Press?
It's hard out here for them college kids that ain't athletes.
R.I.P. George Foreman, man. Go buy 25. One of his grills for $25.
Go buy 25.
This is what you get for being intellectual.
Like I said, Danny Wolf, I'm not too sure if you want to go back to making them dorm burgers.
He ain't got to worry about that.
I'm just saying, man. just saying, man. But Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
Can you please get Granny off the court? She does not need to be on the court right now. I don't understand this.
Let me see.
Oh, Grandma.
Granny, get off the court.
What is she
Grandma,
doing?
this is it's live ball, Grandma.
What is she? Oh, no.
Oh, no.
But them
Grandma.
kids, those kids are so mad,
It's
dog.
like those old folks the other day when they
Yeah, man.
What
when you get a certain age, you just lose your fucks, man. All the fucks go out the window.
It says that Granny DGAF.
She didn't care, man.
Man,
She didn't. Look at the kids looking at her, dog.
That's
Like,
what I said. The
Grandma,
kids was like,
come
for
on.
real?
Y'all leave Grandma alone, man.
Who's going to yell at the old lady?
Why would the ref
Nobody.
stop? Like, this should be a stoppage of play right there. Let Granny cross the
Shout
court.
out to everybody, dog. The cheerleaders, the players, everybody. Nobody stopped playing, dog. Nobody.
Yeah, y'all, come on, man. Y'all ain't even try to help her get across faster. It's crazy, bro.
Nobody said anything. Nobody did anything. There's no reactions.
No, you gotta let that rock.
No, you just let
Respect
it go.
your elders, man.
Oh my word.
They gonna do what they
She
gonna
didn't
do.
even
That's
get
it.
brushed. She didn't get hit. She even raises her hand at the end. She waved at somebody.
Hey, this is why I told you 65 is young. I'm trying to be 60 and doing that. Just walking through shit because I'm old. Like, hey, y'all got to deal with it. Y'all got to deal with it.
Y'all gotta deal with
Farting
it.
and not even caring.
Right.
So
Right.
Y'all gotta deal.
What they gonna do?
with
Dunk on me? I'm a senior citizen.
it. Y'all gotta deal. Unbelievable. Do you guys know about painting with a twist? By chance?
Yeah.
Yeah, you go out, you paint, you
Get
have a little
drunk,
drink,
yeah.
you get drunk. You should probably never paint and eat.
Wait, what?
No, don't get paint in the food.
Oh, she's going to dip it.
Oh, girl. No way. No way. Girl, you just ate paint.
Yeah, never paint and eat.
How did you not know? Like,
I mean, I'm sure
that shit is pink. What kind of sauce is that? Like,
You don't do it. Marinara. I don't like cheese sticks, but marinara sauce, KG.
it's not pink
not
though.
pink.
It's red. Like that
Same
shit,
thing. I'm colorblind. So
That
like,
shit is thick and pink. Like pause. Like that shit. Well, maybe not pause. I don't know, but that shit is thick and pink.
That's why I tried to dip the stick in,
Right,
bro.
right. Unpause. But yeah, like what? I don't see how she made that mistake. But she nasty, so I mean, shit. That's she might do some things. She eating paint. She some other things.
She
she'll
make
do.
Broder's harem.
Oh yeah, Broder like the nasty girls. Broder love the nasty girl.
just nasty. And finally, I will end what's trending with this. Another tough person in training. Don't
God.
try this at home. Just don't.
Oh! That went way worse. Oh no! It's the noises for me, dog.
Look how
It's
she
the
fell
yeah,
off the
I
shit.
effed up. It's like, look at her face, dog.
Broke your fucking back. Oh my god, that shit look like a wrestling spot, didn't it?
It really did.
I bet she's still
Tables,
holding
ladders,
on
and
to
chairs,
it too,
like-
dog. That's how you know she's still in shot.
Yeah,
She
man.
holds on to it still.
Hey, this how you know she can't arch her back. That
would
shit
throw that-
stiff as hell. She survived that. She is not a back archer. That shit's
Her
stiff.
face, dog, you can tell she's trying to laugh through the pain, dog.
So why are y'all doing this at home?
She got an ironing board back.
I just don't understand this. Why are you doing this at home?
Back made like a baseball bat.
The whole back.
Titanium spine. She
That's
got
it
a
for what's
titanium
trending, you
spine.
guys.
The whole back.
Ain't no bend on that motherfucker.
The whole back.
Oh, get me out of here. Get me out of here. man.
That's it for what's trending, you guys. Let's hop into some mailbag. We got some time.
God damn.
If Broder does confirm, yep.
Yeah.
Paint girl would be in the harem.
Oh yeah.
bro, to confirm. Oh,
Broder get down, man. Broder like the nasty ones, man.
Oh man, Freddie Phil said my back is broken.
my
dog.
neck and my
Hers not those.
spinal.
Smalls talking about the paint girl, dog.
Back
I
like
can't
the
even read
Terminator.
this.
I'm just saying.
She's got that adamantium back.
Right.
Randall has
Trying
an
to push you
interesting.
down like girl. right, get me out of here, man. I can go all day.
Skydog said that's Neil when he doesn't have his $15 for Planet Fitness.
No, that's a fact.
Oh, man. Oh my gosh. That's it for what's trending?
That's it for what's trending.
Goodness
Get us
gracious.
out of here, man.
Great
We got to hear from Mark White, though.
No curve in that, man.
We'll do a couple Feldman mailbag questions.
Listen, man, somebody else that has a strong spine. It's the people over at Mark White and Associates, man, especially in the real estate game. You're looking to get in that dream home. Mark
My
White.
neck and my back.
Yeah, right. My neck and my back. The people at Mark White are willing to pay $5,000 of your closing costs. That's right. I said 5 G's, 5 smackaroos. You can go pay for a new back with that, man. So go ahead and call Mark White and Associates today, 248-290-8242, or visit markwhitesales.com again in Flannel Sam voice, 248-290-8242, or go to markwhitesales.com to make your housing dreams come true.
You said the Wasi Posse?
Oh.
My name.
That's my boy Chase. He know about the Wasi Posse.
Yeah,
I'm a little familiar with the Wasi Posse. I'm associated.
Shout out my cousin Steven and his little skate crew. Check out Skateco in Owasso, the old J.C. Penney building. Rando knows what I'm talking about.
Let's rock, man. Shout out Randall Smalls. But we do have a Feldman mailbag question. Shout out to Feldman Chevrolet of Novi for all they do for us. And shout out to them as well. Honoring Darren McCarty at the Feldman Chevrolet of Novi yesterday. They baked them a surprise cake.
Nice.
And they did a whole presentation for him. So good on them and just good people overall.
No,
I got
absolutely.
DJ Joey Radio is in the building
Shout
as
out.
well. And so shout out to them. But hashtag Feldman Mailbag. Is Asar and Ron the new Lindsey Hunter and Mike James?
Ooh.
The Junkyard Dogs. I know they were the Pit Bulls.
Yeah.
I know Junkyard Dog was Jerome Williams. And then Scrappy Dog, Mikey Moore. That's your way back Pistons knowledge. But he says, or not quite yet. Shout out to George Baja. I do believe that they have an opportunity to come off the bench and have that type of effect. You look at already what these guys are doing from a hustle standpoint. I just think the only difference is just the experience.
Yeah, I would say not just yet. One of them has to be a consistent scorer. And you know with Lindsey Hunter, man, he would go out there and give you a bucket too on top of playing defense.
James.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely.
Both can hit the three,
Yeah, so no, they need to develop a little more offensively, but you love what you're seeing from them right now because they do play on both ends of the floor. And the offense for Asar and Ron Holland has been pretty good this year, man. You just want to see them be able to continue that, and maybe they can do it in the playoff series. We'll see.
Freddie Feld, fun fact, I was the Junkyard Dog mascot. Hey, shout out to our brother Freddie Feld. But
shout out.
Jordan from MI says, Feldman Mailbag, seeing how good the Pistons are doing without Ivy, do you guys think there's a chance he gets traded? Listen, there's always a chance anyone gets traded, but I would just tell you my preference. I don't want to see him traded. I believe he's still one of our most dynamic players on this roster.
Yeah.
And I think that we just are barely scratching the surface of who he is. He was hitting the three at a good clip, and he's getting you a good 17, 4, and 4. He's one of those players I believe will be a consistent 18, 5, and 5, and understands his role on this team, understands who Cade Cunningham is.
Yeah.
He's willing to do anything, and he's proven that. I don't believe you just get rid of players like that.
No, this season answered the biggest question with this Pistons team is how does Cade and Ivy fit together for a whole season? And, you know, before Ivy went down, he looked to be taking that step up. Like you mentioned, the three-pointer was better. He was playing a little better on defense. His efficiency way up. I do feel like he is still probably your number 2 on this team going, in the future. I think they still believe in him, and you just want to see what another year of this looks like, hopefully with both of them staying relatively healthy. But no, I'm not giving up on Ivy yet. I wouldn't trade him just yet.
Yeah, no.
Unless the right deal came along.
It
just all depends on the
type
deal.
of thing, but I just feel like Ivy, I think he's special, man.
Yeah, he was the second leading scorer before he went down, so.
Hey, Dante151, the hashtag Feldman Mailbag for our Woodward ringside host.
Shout out.
What's up?
For JB and KG says, how hyped are you guys that we're going to get Athena versus, was it Monet?
Yeah.
Monet soon enough.
No, it's about damn time, and shout out to Athena. Oh, also real quick, check out the episode yesterday, Woodward ringside. We dropped a free ski for you, and going forward, we will be premiering on Saturdays. So, but no, Athena, it's long overdue. She's been the ROH Women's Champion for quite a while now, and Mercedes Monet and JB knows this. I kind of been fatigued with her, and that's not to say I'm not a fan of her. I've always been a big fan of Mercedes Monet / Sasha Banks when she was in WWE, but she's been lacking challengers. Like, she's just been knocking everybody in WUW down is the TBS champion, and it's time for somebody fresh. So I think that matchup between her and Athena will be like really, really good. What you think, JB?
I think so as well too. They've worked previously before in NXT, so you kind of know their skill set as well too. But as you said, Monet needs that next top tier opponent that she can go against, and Athena's just been quietly in the background, just kind of playing her part, slowly building up her record more and more. So I'm happy to see that they're finally giving her shine as well too, and actually a big shot as well.
Yep, and you know what? Here's the last one. We'll do Big Con 51 Feldman Mailbag. It's a good question. When Darren Campbell was asked about a guard, he mentioned maybe we draft a guy, then tried to cover his tracks with saying maybe Manu. Did he show his hand?
He maybe. I won't say that he did, but at the same time, I think they do have plans to go get a guard in the draft. That's just the smart thing to do. That's how they've built this thing. Like, yes, you have your top end guys, but you have guys like Coyote, you have guys like Christian Mahogany that they went out there and got. Manu appears to be on track, at least from what we've seen so far. So no, I don't think it's outside of the realm that they are trying to get somebody on that offensive line maybe within the first 3 to 4 rounds of the draft.
Yep, and I think with all the different options available to them on both sides of the ball, he ain't tipping his hand at all. I believe that if there's a player that he likes, we've seen Brad Holmes go and get that player.
Absolutely.
And we've questioned it, like, why is he trading up for this player? Why is he sacrificing capital to get that player? And so I'm confident in what he will do. I remember with even Terran Arnold and the reports that were coming out, they like him so much they will give up the capital to go and get him.
Yeah.
If he's not going to be available at their pick. So I don't think he's tipping his hand. I think that he's giving other people maybe something else to think about. Other
diverting
teams,
the trail a little bit.
Other teams that might say, you know what, is this offensive lineman going to be here, or do we need to trade up ahead of the Detroit Lions? And it could be, who knows, changing the way that the board ahead of the Lions pick goes by putting out there some fillers, and then you got everybody else reacting to what you may do. And then the Lions, what do we see them do every year? Brad Holmes just does his own thing. Don't care about what we think.
F your positional
Don't care
value.
about what the national media thinks. We know how they've judged some of their previous draft class, but we see what success they've had so far.
Yeah, I mean, I think you own to something, bro. He could be just trying to throw people off the scent in a lot of ways, especially with recent talk that they might be looking at an offensive lineman in the first round. I mean, just give them a little bait, see if they take it.
You know what? We'll do this one as the last one. DNCENT, because I know we got the legend Terry Foster in the building. Going to talk a little bit of Pistons, man. But Mailsack, hashtag Feldman, Chevrolet of Novi Mailbag. Have you ever been so okay, and this is for the Pistons, but not having a first-round pick in the NBA draft? Where would we even fit a rookie on this team?
That's exactly how I feel. Like, I'm so sick of picking in the first round, especially knowing that the NBA is going to screw you anyway and probably going to put you at 5, 6, 7, 8.
Massar, 5, Holland, 5.
We've gotten lucky, though. We have. You got to think. Yeah, you got to think, some of the people that were in power at that time that were able to make some of these picks. And some of them wasn't as bad as we thought. Asar Thompson, his upside looks really good. Ron Holland, I know that necessarily wasn't what people wanted at first, but after he was drafted and we broke it down, we realized how much of a value he was, and you see how he's played. I think, but at this point, I think the Pistons are ready to take that step. They don't need another 18, 19, 20-year-old in the building at this point.
No, I mean not one that they have to put the burden on.
Right,
I think the selection of Ron Holland this year proved that. They didn't have to go and do what they did with all the previous draft picks, where it didn't matter where they were drafted. Even in the second round, they even had Saban Lee up there as a part of the first core 4. So things have changed now to where you're looking at draft picks coming in like a Ron Holland, and they don't have all the full weight of everything on them, which is different.
Yeah,
even
absolutely.
Cade Cunningham was able to develop a little bit, kind of get comfortable with the league, rather than have all of the pressure on them. They went and they brought in some vets and such. So I do look forward to this team still staying busy in the draft. If there's a second round pick that you think you want to take a flyer on, like they did with Bobby Clinton, and you got the G League to help with that, hey, go out there and make some hay. But I'm glad that, like you said, they no longer have to depend on these players to go out there and carry everything for this team on a night-in, night-out basis, because that's what it was before.
No, absolutely. That's the young guy I want. Bobby Clinton, go ahead and develop him. He could be your young guy going forward, but the core of this team is set at this point.
Shout out to Motor City Cruise head coach Jamel McMillan.
Big shout
out. Son
out.
of legendary coach Nate McMillan.
Yep.
He's one of the best basketball conversations I've had covering this thing. JB Bickerstaff is man, he's definitely shot to the top as it relates to talking ball. But Jamel McMillan, he loved the Ron Holland pick, and he said that Bobby Clintman, though, he said that he is a basketball player and a hooper in every sense of the effing word. And I was like, Jamel cussing.
Yeah, dog. Hey, shout out Coach McMillan, man. He's just a good dude, bro. But you like hearing that coming from him, though.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Shout out to my guy Brody Hickle, PR coordinator for the Motor City Cruise as well. They're doing some big things out there, and it's cool that our players that we have some hope in. Mm-hmm. Dennis Jenkins as well, another two-way player in draft. He just hit his first 3-pointer in the NBA as well against the Timberwolves. He's a tough tough player. Best friend of Marcus Sasser.
Yeah, y'all get down to Wayne State Fieldhouse, man. It's a good time down there.
It's a great time down there. So I know T. Foss, you sneak in there and do some stuff for the Cruise as well from time to time, man.
I've been there once.
Hey, shout out. How was that
once
experience
or twice
for you, man?
It was fun. My sister-in-law's, whatever he is to her, his son plays for, I think it was Indiana. Is there a team in Indiana?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so we went down there to see him play, and then we checked out the Crew.
Yeah, that's who Jalil Okafor, I think, plays for too.
Yeah.
And I don't know why he's down there.
I saw him play too earlier this year. Yeah, he is.
G League. Get the frick out the
He
G
the G League
bro.
MVP. No, for real.
Former Detroit Piston legend.
That was one of the games I was at, man. He was giving us buckets. We won the game, of course, but he was giving us buckets, though.
Yeah.
That's crazy. G League MVP, man. Jalil Okafor. Who would have thought?
Oh, stop. Hey, I see you, Freddie Felt. He's going to get his reaction video or his question into it. So we're doing video questions brought to you by Feldman Chevrolet of Novi. Before we wrap up, before we say what up, though, and bye to the rest of the cast and crew and the chat family, guys, I'm telling you, you got an opportunity to win 2 tickets to the Slam cover game where they're going to unveil Cade's second Slam cover from Slam Magazine. It's against the Knicks, so it's going to be a really, really good game out on Woodward Avenue at LCA. So once you guys have an opportunity to win 2 tickets, make sure that you record your question, preferably Tigers or Pistons. We'll open the day here and with Pistons with the playoff chase. Send it to one of us at Chase Family, at JB Up Next, at Flannel. You find his at Detroit Kool-Aid, at Woodward Sports. DM us or Kool-Aid@WoodwardSports.com. You can email me and get that over to us, and we will make you a part of tomorrow's show and Friday's show. So
Flannel's real account, not the burner.
Right.
Yeah.
We still don't know, man. We still don't know.
Still don't know. All right, let's get that chest pass going to break this down.
Hey, shout out Dexter James in the chat. Pistons in 5, man. Look like I ain't looking so crazy. I ain't looking so crazy.
That gentleman's sweep. It's not even like a competitive 5. You think it's a gentleman's sweep.
I think so. I think so.
Hey, let's rock. Shout out to our brother Matthew Broder and that dude Justin and Flannel saying we missed you in the show, brother. Get that rest. We know White Claw Flannel looms.
We got training.
Get
the training montage ready for Flannel.
He's ready, man. Opening day is about to be epic. He told us, hey, bros, I'm going to be ready for it. So, shout out to you, Flannel. Can't wait to get you back on the show. Got the legend Terry Foster in the building. About to get some recording done with him. But this elite booth, Kavasi Chase GPT in the sound booth. What up, though, brother?
Hey, what up, though? Hope you guys are having a good one. Stay dry. It's dark and gloomy, wet Wednesday out there for us. So hopefully,
dark and wet.
Hopefully the weather starts to turn a little bit. But have a good weekend, guys, as we gear up towards it. If you're looking for, like I said, if you're looking for more JB in your life, man, Fast and Loose, 4 episodes out. He's fast, I'm loose, man. I'll kick it over to Mr. Fast over there, and he can kind of take it away.
Mr. Fast. MVP in the TD booth. That's JB.
JB be acting fast, too. Hey, Mr. Fast.
Like my partner said once again, Fast and Loose. If you're looking for some more action from me and Chase as well, too, go and check that out. We're 4 episodes in. Also, Woodward Ringside. Hey, we just put out that episode yesterday. We will have another one out this weekend as well, too. Myself, KG. Hey, everyone in chat, thank you once again for tapping in with us. Should be another great show tomorrow as well, too. And, of course, we got opening day. Should I announce the past winners already?
Yes.
Yeah.
The past winner? All right. So, this is just random. I just grabbed you guys off of here for sending in stuff through the chat. Of course, King Tay, you're on the list, my guy. Devin Silcox, I think I'm saying that name correctly. Chuckle Cheese, you're out there as well. Vincent E., Danny G, and I gotta throw in Jeff Reviews as well too.
Yes, sir.
He wants to be there. King Tay, we will be looking for that shot as well too. I saw the chat, man.
Who's getting the merch giveaway? Email me
merch
Kool-Aid@WoodwardSports.com.
giveaway. I gotta go with Rando Small. 7 years is is no slouch, my guy. 7 years is a hell of an accomplishment, being cancer-free. So this one is for you, my guy.
Hey, and we got a couple things that we're definitely make sure we get right for Randall Small. So
yeah,
I'm happy for him with this one here.
Yeah,
so
want to meet you, dog. Come on down.
Hey, just email me again, Randall. I like receiving the emails from Randall, man. It's cool. Like, since I got to meet him last year, I'm looking forward to it again this year, man. Thank you guys for support. I even see Phil in the chat too. I appreciate Phil.
All right,
he
Phil,
takes
come
the time
on
to
out,
read my
man.
articles, man. I appreciate you, Phil.
Come on out, Phil. let's get the man behind the name, man. How about it?
Hey, let's rock, man. And you know what? KG did a great job today for the vet of the squad, vet of the network. That's Flannel Sam, Red Wings correspondent, man. Love you, brother. Get back safe, sound, healthy, rested, and ready for White Claw Flannel. But KG, Detroit's #1 draft pick. You hold it down well every time, bro.
Hey, appreciate that, man. And shout out to Flannel Sam, of course. Get right. He doing his training montage right now for opening day. But it's an honor to be up here, man. So shout out to my team. Shout out to everybody in the chat that tapped in with us today. We appreciate all the love, support, and negative reviews as well. And let's keep this thing rolling, man.
Hey, let's keep it
going.
Go
Tigers.
Go Tigers, man.
Go Tigers.
Get back to 500. Let's start off opening day with a bang, bang, bang. Shout out to Flannel Sam. It's your boy Brandon Dan K, Detroit Kool-Aid, your credential Pistons reporter and writer for the network. This has been Wake Up Woodward, and if you didn't get an opportunity to, smash that like button on the way out, share the stream, comment, and stay tapped in with the rest of Woodward Sports today, man. Have a blessed day, you guys.